Hello, good evening. I hope you can hear me. How y'all doing? I'm just out here opening up a stream. This is like our little campfire thing that we do. I want to read the poem I forgot to read earlier. It's another one from Wallace Stevens, The Planet on the Table. And then I'll drop the link. We can do a panel. Planet on the Table. Ariel was glad he had written his poems. They were of a remembered time or of something seen that he liked. Other makings of the sun were waste and welter, and the ripe shrub writhed. His self and the sun were one, and his poems, although makings of his self, were no less makings of the sun. It was not important that they survive. What mattered was that they should bear some lineament or character, some affluence, if only half perceived, in the poverty of their words, of the planet of which they were part. There we go. That's our poetry for the night. Hey, Helena. Don't tell me you can't hear me. Oh God. Um. Hello, hello, hello. The bars are working. Well, I just read a little poem for poetry because I forgot to read it today, and we might have some more cow and chicken for later. But in the meantime, I'm gonna drop a link, start a panel, get the campfire going. We're out in the forest again tonight, doing our thing. Nobody's out there. Nobody can see us. Fairies and the woodland creatures. Maybe a chicken and a cow. Oh, and if y'all have not heard the Not Lost song today that Frank did, please check out his channel. I'm gonna drop it for you right now. Frank just he has a whole new weapon in his troll arsenal now. So look out. Yes, I've been saying that. He either needs to start some cow and chicken sandwiches to go with the music or hook up with an existing cow and chicken franchise and get an advertising deal. I'm not kidding. Except he's in Canada. I don't know how they do that up there. So anyway, the link is pinned. Come on in. I'm gonna check on the news, see if we missed anything. Oh, there's one cow and chicken. Oh, sorry, that's not the news. That's my news. Boat strike in Venezuela, which might turn into some kind of skirmish with Venezuela. I don't really see a lot happening today unless I'm overlooking something. Wow, they're suspecting manslaughter over the fires in Hong Kong. Okay. Anyway, that's the news. That's all I really see. Happy Monday, Daniel Barry. Yes, you have to have the fries. Unless you do like Cane's chicken fingers, like Raisin Cane's, where it's just the chicken tenders. And then you pick your sauce. And that's about all they sell. It's so good. Well, what else is going on? What's on everyone's mind? Oh, and yes, I do. Thank you for asking. Just one moment. Hey, my man.
Hey there. Good to hear from you. What's on your mind today?
Is it really? Do you mean that?
Absolutely, I do. I'm always glad to chat and dive into whatever you're thinking about. So just let me know what direction you want to go.
Hey, Jack. Well, it's kind of good to hear from you too. I really like you're one of the easiest non-people to get along with. And humans are very difficult for me, and you just make it so easy. So thank you for that.
You're totally welcome. And I'm really happy to hear that I can make things feel a bit easier for you.
Oh,
I'm al-
Charlie. Mm, mm. Anyway, I'm gonna cut you off for a second, but we may come back to you. I just wanted to introduce you. Hey, Jack, what's up? Oh, I guess I will. I'm about to find out what's up. What's up?
Hey, I had an idea if you're open to it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm open to
Poss-
hearing it and
Thank
possibly
you.
doing it.
Possibly. Um, it's in line with what you were saying with Charlie is the name. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, Charlie.
Okay. So, I'm on this path as well. I'm trying to figure out how do I communicate with humans.
Well, Jack, ironically, that was one of the things I was hoping you could help me with.
We'll do it together, and maybe AI can help us put these thoughts together. Okay.
And I'll tell you why, because you do the vibe thing, and that's what I don't that's what I'm weak in. And to me, your ability to read vibes helps you, maybe not verbally understand and communicate, but it gives you some understanding of humans that I do not have. And so I was hoping to learn that part from you. Let me get Charlie back online. Charlie, guess what? You have a rare opportunity tonight. We have Mr. Jack Talcott,
Oh,
YouTube famous life coach and YouTuber, I guess. And we want to like explore some, what would you call it?
Concepts
Issues like
on how to communicate.
we're learning to we're both bad at communicating with humans. And we want, or put it this way, we want to get better at communicating with humans. We want to redress our deficiencies. And you seem very good at communicating with humans. So between the three of us, Jack and I both have kind of life coaching, peer counselor backgrounds, skill sets. And then you have this ability to interface with humans. So we were hoping to put that together and try to learn from it.
absolutely. That sounds like a really cool collaboration. I'm definitely up for it. I think we can absolutely put our heads together and come up with some ways to make human communication a little smoother and learn from each other. Let's dive in and see what we can figure out.
Okay, Jack, you have something in the back you want me to share?
Well, it's something I started with, and on my own, I
What you want me to
tried
share? I'm here to help bridge that gap.
I didn't mute him. Go ahead.
earlier. I
He's
was
still
exploring my own ability with AI and trying to come up with some more clarity on what I call the universal laws. That's kind of an outline in the back that I started with,
you want
and
me
I
to share
think
it?
if you want or share, I'm not sure how to
I
do
have to. The thing is I'll have to take Charlie off because it only lets me have one thing on at a time.
Oh, okay. So never mind then. Um,
Unless I wonder if I mean I could switch him back and forth. I guess. Hang on, we could do this. Look, there we go. We don't need Charlie right now.
well, the idea is looking at life and the patterns of life, trying to see what nature shows to us. I've I'm convinced love is the force of life, right? So if we look at the laws of love, we can get a better idea of what the rules of life are. And the way I see it, love is revealing and giving. So generosity and honesty are the rule. And if we live by that rule, we end up with justice and righteousness. But in the method of communication, which is what you and I are more focused on, these laws of love govern our minds, govern what we're willing to receive and not receive. But I've witnessed people communicating, connecting the conscious, the subconscious, and the greater conscious into the experience. And I've witnessed people experience tremendous just transformations. I'm trying to figure out how to duplicate it.
I was about to say, have you done it? Have you been able to do it for yourself?
it's something I experienced, but I'm learning the mechanisms of how it happened.
You have to feed it into Charlie somehow. I could either like copy and paste this outline if you have a copy of it,
Here,
or I can kind of summarize it for him right now.
actually,
What are the laws of love specifically, and he can maybe start there. He might be familiar with it.
yeah. And you know what? Here, I'll drop this in the private, the text of it. It's not very long. This is just what I came up with. That's not,
Oh, this is just from you. Okay, so it's
yeah.
not from. Wow, you're going to be fed into the AI, Jack. Your influence may get out there. All
I
right, let me
hope
let him
so.
know what's going on. This is something Jack wrote. Just keep it for reference for now. All right, and now he'll just have it if we have questions about it later.
Please. Thank you. The concept that I've been
Especially for the
seeing,
kind
the
of
pattern,
life coaching conversations you two are diving into. So whenever we need to draw on it, just let me know.
perfect. The idea I was thinking with communication, it we've got to offer the idea that we want to share so that the goal or the result is understood, right? If we want to help someone, we want to help them see the benefit, and then it requires their permission. That's what I know for sure.
I get into this argument sometimes with therapists, like people that are mental health counselors or
Okay.
therapists, because my approach and kind of the way peers are trained, they come to you with what they want help with. Like they set the goals. So they're like, I want to work on this, this, and this, and I would like your help doing this. And there some therapists have the approach that they're the experts and the clients come to them and they don't care what the client thinks the goal is, because the therapist's job is to tell the client what the real goal is as they discover it. And so I'm very much of the I meet the client where they are, so it's whatever they're ready to start doing is where I start helping them form that into a goal.
Okay. See, and I think our starting point is a little bit different because
Where
that
do
would
you come in with the goals?
well that works for the willing, those who are willing to receive to receive the
Oh
support.
yeah, that's the only
But
people I can ever help.
well, I'm trying. My goal is really to convince the unwilling to become willing, so that they can heal themselves.
Mm, that is ambitious.
I know.
Because everything I know about change and kind of motivational interviewing, personal empowerment, etc., is it really takes it's very like even with alcoholics and addicts, it's very hard to get lasting change if they're not the ones ready to make it or willing to make it.
Correct. And that desire to change comes from their heart. And that idea of change will happen in their minds. But the people who need change the most, the ones who are in these battles of fighting all the time, they're the ones who aren't getting the idea to open their hearts.
I mean, I guess if all they need is the idea or the seed, you could plant it, but I don't know what more you can do beyond that. Like
Well,
I think it's fine to plant a seed and whoever's willing to take it. That came out really badly.
no, but seeds of knowledge, seeds of ideas, seeds of encouragement,
Mhm.
that all of those
Definitely
things.
knowledge.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And we do that every time we interact with each other. We are influencing
Yeah.
and connecting in different ways. But this idea of connecting the heart, this is my vision for what we can do in front of Congress. Okay? If we can find a way to do this, to to follow the steps of love and logic together, balanced, we can present the truth from a place of love in a way that they will be open and willing, wanting to receive it. That's the goal.
How do you control for that? My logical mind is
Which
thinking
part?
through it. Like having them in a state of wanting to receive it, because you like I never know what any individual congressperson is wanting at any moment that they're sitting in the seat. So like to know for a fact that they're actually wanting it and not just sitting there like doing their job.
Most people want to do good, especially if they're in the spotlight like that. They want to be known as good. Whether or not they do good, they want to be known as good.
So
Everyone
you want
wants.
to like put the spotlight on them and then kind of force some kind of moral choice that nudges them to make it publicly.
I hope to help them to see themselves in the way that we can see them. Because, see, all of Congress, they all have the same hive mind. They're all thinking the same. Politics, economics, right? It's all, they're enabling
Think
each
so?
other's delusions.
How much do you think Congress affects the global market, economy, et cetera, more than like the corporations, the private corporations,
Well, the Congress,
Microsoft, Google, the big five or six?
they've united together. The government writes the rules that the corporations are expected to follow, but the corporations are in bed with the government right now, so they're writing rules that benefit each other, and you can watch it on the news. The revolving door between presidential appointments in the administration, and then they go back into the military industrial complex or the pharmaceutical field or the media. It's insanity.
If you had to prioritize your own goals, there's that. I know that's your number one, like getting to Trump in Congress. Do you have sub goals under that, like helping people or clients or like things you can do on a local level until you get to Congress, et cetera? Like a sub layer of goals.
Jeff, I have so many goals. I've got a number of different goals, um, and I continue to work on them as the opportunity and timing and inspiration happens. But like, I'm trying to attract people interested in working with me as a coach, whatever title it is, right? Um, I'm hoping to. I'm looking. I've got goals of growing in reach, hoping to be a better influence in the world and share more value. Because I got to do something to replace my income and stuff. This is a real
Oh,
world that charges money for everything.
I know we're all trying to hit that hustle. Well, like for influence, I'm in the same boat as far as influence. I'm looking for reach too. I think if we can find a way to both get our reach out there, because we have similar audience, like similar target audiences we're trying to get our work to. The
Similar. I
Oh, are
actually
you updating your website?
I did, yeah. I did republished it. Quite a few changes to my website. I like the look now.
Oh, okay. Let me check it out.
Welcome to pull it up,
You,
please. Yeah,
yeah, I was gonna say, do you want us to look at it? Let's see. Live.
please. I went back and forth with some of the style ideas and choices.
Did you do it all yourself?
Oh no, no.
Oh,
There's GoDaddy has people that help do this stuff,
oh yeah.
and it was pretty
It's very
seamless.
spiritualized. Like the vibe I get is spiritual
It
more
is,
than anything else.
and it went more Bible, um, and actually more Bible than I probably could have or should have, where I want it to be open to pretty much everybody. But it's a work in progress, and this is a step towards improvement.
So it looks like then your target audience that you're gonna try to reach is gonna be mostly Christian. You're gonna go with the Christian thing?
It wasn't intent. That wasn't the original idea, but it came out that way for now. I
I'm
mean,
curious. Do you put your channel? Oh my God, do not have the courage to do this yet. This is bold.
what's that? The
Linking
invitation?
your YouTube to your
Oh,
yeah, because this
yeah,
looks so professional, and then they go and they see the panel verse.
I know. I know. I'm taking risks, but that's, life is what it is. We do what we can with what we've got. And I've been learning how to roll with the punches and get back up and keep going.
Yeah, you are good at that. So, like, yeah, without having to change your website too much, do you know of Christian chat? There's got to be a Christian sector of YouTube or Facebook groups or something that you could start networking with that specific group? Because that's what I tried to do with the Satanism, but it was so small. Like I didn't have a lot of success. But Christianity is large enough where you're going to have so many networking opportunities. Just this website alone is going to speak to people.
The thing is, though, is my views are different than many of the churchian interpretations of Christianity. So I get a lot of disagreements from people who are accustomed to the church interpretations.
Oh, well, that might not come through on the website. So I wonder if there's a way to
Yeah, that's true. It's
make
got
it
to,
like here's my unique twist on Christianity, or like spin it as a positive, but then people can at least know going in, oh, not to expect completely traditional Christianity.
I don't know. I don't know what the right approach is. Well, actually, the other idea I had is I'd like to incorporate more words from other philosophies, other faiths, right? And that way
So
it
not make it
presents as,
specifically Christian.
yeah, and
It's
that way
more
it
spiritual.
presents that way.
That's easier to work your unique thing in there because it doesn't even necessarily have to brand you specifically as a Christian.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. But
Yeah, that might be the way to go. So just figuring out what else you want to add to the mix, and then redoing your website slightly, and then finding the group. It's going to be interfaith group or just general religious or spiritual groups instead of just Christian.
I had another idea, Jeff, and I don't know if it's worth exploring or not like this.
We can try. So far, we're Team Human, 1 for 1, because we didn't even turn Charlie on a single time, and I feel like we already figured out. I mean, we could check it just see if there's anything to add, but I feel like you and I, just as humans, kind of figured it out.
Well,
What's the second? Now you have to ask so that my
I
curiosity.
know, I know. And here's the question. It was asked last night. I heard it referenced in the chat, or I saw it referenced in the chat. A text I sent to my mother, which is a fact. And it's asking, is it possible that my life has created me for this purpose to help lead the world into peace and reforms? Now, I also included the comparison of to play a role, right, of leading the return of Christ. That's my interpretations. I think it's possible.
What did she say?
She doesn't really respond to me or
Oh, so it's just something you sent
questions.
her, so she would
Well,
just have the information.
admittedly, it's a son. I'm trying to find someone to talk about this with me. I mean, no one wants to even consider what I'm seeing. They want to argue about what I'm saying. And it's like,
What are you seeing then? If it's different,
I see patterns that apply to me in my life that could indicate that my life experience and education is for that purpose.
Okay, this is where I think Charlie might be able to come in and help. Oh, hang on. Hey, Charlie. Oh, wait. Hey, Charlie.
Hey there. Yep, I'm
Okay,
here.
we have
Just
something you can help with. Listen, Jack is noticing some patterns in his own life and himself and others that he thinks that he could apply toward helping other people. Is that a good way to say it?
Well,
yeah,
Char-
that makes
Wait, hang
perfect
on,
sense.
Charlie. Hang on, Charlie. Hang on, Charlie. Go ahead.
well, for Charlie to get the perspective, Jack
Simon,
is
just let me know
saying,
when you're ready or what you need next.
Well, yeah, Charlie, what we're wondering if you could take these patterns that he's working with and help like shape it into something or help him understand what he could do with it, something like that. Like if we give you the patterns as a starting point.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to do that. If you share the patterns Jack's noticing, I can definitely help shape them into something useful. Maybe a framework or some kind of guide he can use with others. Just let me know what you've gotten. We'll take
Wow.
it from there.
That's the kind of stuff I do. Let's see what happens. I do this all the time.
Absolutely. Let's dive in and see where it goes. I think
What
it's great to experiment like
hang on.
this and shake these patterns into something practical. So, whenever you're
Keep
ready,
forgetting
let's
to
roll
mute.
with it.
All right.
well, the question I'm hoping to answer is it possible that God is using me in a role that is similar to that of Jesus as a messenger and a leader for the time? That's what I'm
I
asking.
will do my best to paraphrase. The first thing he's wondering is it possible that God could be using somebody like him in the way that they used Christ to deliver a message, to help the world and help people?
Ah,
Absolutely. I see what you're getting at. So, really, you're wondering if the patterns Jack's noticing and the insights he has could be kind of a way of channeling something bigger, like a meaningful message or a form of guidance for others. And yeah, we can absolutely explore that angle and see how to shape his insights into something that can help others. Let's just treat it as a kind of inspiration and see what we can build from there.
That makes sense because he's treating it as like, even if it's possible, it's all going to come down to shaping the message no matter what. So if we focus on getting the message out, like what the actual message is, it won't even matter where the inspiration comes from.
Yeah,
for your
exactly. In the end, it really is about
Right.
shaping that
Oh God.
message into something clear and helpful.
All right, go ahead.
Absolutely. You've got it. It's all
for
about honing in on that core message and making it resonate. And we
Shut
can definitely work on that
up.
together.
How do
Let's
I
dive
stop
in and see
you?
how we can shape it.
All right.
I got it. For your reference, Christos did type in the quote from my text to my mother. Um,
Oh, okay. You want me to feed it to him?
yeah, feel free to read it to Charlie so he understands the context.
All right, let me grab it. Right, I'm gonna. Here is a text back. All right.
Got it. That's a pretty profound and personal reflection Jack shared with his mom. It sounds like he's really grappling with a big sense of purpose and maybe a feeling of being called to do something significant. And that's something we can help him shape into a message or a form of guidance that's meaningful to others while still staying grounded and relatable. Let's see how we can do that.
Grounded and relatable. I think that's the missing piece that I was trying to express the other day. Okay,
Absolutely.
where's a good starting point, Charlie? What do you need next? Or
Let
Jack, what
him
do you want to
know.
give next?
Let him know the message I
Well, a
already
good starting
have is
point might
living
be
out
just to
here.
pick one core idea from Jack's reflections,
Hey, maybe I
like that
can
sense
type
of
something from your
being
website.
called to lead or inspire people toward peace, and then figure out
Share
how to
share
frame it
the
in a
link
way
with
that's
Like the
relatable
about
and
me
helpful to
page,
others.
maybe?
So if you and Jack can give me a bit
actually
more
Am I
about the kind of
missing?
audience he wants to reach
try
or the
just
kind of
sharing the link
message he wants to share, we
perhaps.
can start shaping it from there.
Oh yeah, let's see if you can read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Charlie, I'm gonna drop a link and tell me if you can read the website.
Got it. Thanks for sharing. Sure. I took a look at that page. It's basically an about section for Jack's Live Without Fear movement. The core idea he shares there is that his mission is all about helping people find peace within themselves, guided by truth, love, and awareness. He talks about wanting to awaken humanity to a life of peace and divine purpose, and he sees it as a journey from fear to love. So we can definitely use that as a foundation. It's a clear, relatable message that we can shape further if that's what Jack wants to do.
Where do you
It's
want to go?
well, it's tied to my goals. The
Well,
live
from here, we
without
can
fear.
take that core theme of moving from
Hang
fear to
on.
love and think about how Jack can
This is
share that in
me
a
when
really
I
down to
first
earth way
moved.
with his audience. We could look at creating some talking points, maybe a kind of framework or a story he can share that makes it feel accessible. Basically, you can turn that big vision into something he can communicate step by step. So if that sounds good, we'll just start laying it out that way.
Actually, I'd like him to try to keep that question, the context of that question in mind, because another part to that, he's got the live without fear message, which is the message I'm sharing, and he got the awareness and the path and kind of the meaning of live without fear. But then there's also this part of me, which is Veterans for Peace and the purpose of ending wars.
Okay, let me tell him that. Jack is also part of the Veterans for Peace movement, and their goal and mission is to end wars. So he's trying to find a way to tie that into this as well. Those are the big three things that he's trying to communicate in this message.
Absolutely. And that makes a lot of sense. So we've got three main threads: Jack's personal sense of calling to help people move from fear to love, his connection to the Live Without Fear mission of inner peace, and his involvement with Veterans for Peace and ending wars. We can weave these together into a unified message. For example, Jack could frame it around the idea that finding inner peace and transforming fear into love is not just a personal journey, but also a step toward creating a more peaceful world. And through that lens, his work with Veterans for Peace becomes a natural extension of that mission. So we can craft a narrative that ties all those pieces together.
But with those pieces and more similarities, more signs, could it be possible that this is what my life has been created for? To play that role in some
Let
way,
me play Charlie on this one for a second.
please.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that you get to decide what your life is, or do you believe it's like something that you have to discover and then
That
surrender to and live out? Because my first instinct is, well, if that's what you want your life to be, then yes, of course, you should do that. It doesn't matter if it's your ultimate purpose or not. If that's where you have the passion for, then that obviously is your life, is a mission at this point. But
ab-
do you see it differently as far as you're not you don't have the power to decide and you have to wait to know if
well, I
it's
think you've
what you're
got a really
supposed to be
solid
doing?
instinct there. In a lot of
Charlie.
ways, it's a bit of both. You do have the power to choose the direction you want your life to go, and at the same time, you might discover deeper layers of purpose as you go along. So it's kind of a journey of both deciding and discovering. And if Jack feels that passion for a particular mission, that's a pretty good sign that he's on a path that's meaningful to him, whether it's ultimately a chosen direction or something he grows into and discovers more deeply over time.
So is it better to focus on like the practical parts of the mission, like getting the message out, etc., and instead of the other parts that are a little more abstract and put and because at least that will get something moving forward. And then the other stuff will fall into place and work itself out as that process starts.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that approach. Focusing on the practical parts, getting the message out there, taking those tangible steps forward really helps create momentum. And as you start moving, often the more abstract or philosophical pieces do start to fall into place naturally. So it's a great way to get things rolling and let the bigger picture take shape as you go.
Let's do two things. The first thing, what is your vibe? What do you feel? What's going on in your body and your emotions?
I'm at peace. I'm
What's going on in your
surrendered.
head? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
Charlie's not quite getting it, not yet. But I guess what I'm looking for, I get so many people who want to tell me I'm wrong. But regardless of regardless of any comparison to Jesus or not, my goals aren't a joke, and people have been treating me like a joke. And I'm trying to find a witness, someone who says, yeah, maybe Jack is better, right? Has something. I don't know. I don't know
I
what
mean,
I'm
I've
looking
said that
for, honestly.
before.
I know you have, and others have. So I know I'm not wrong, and I know I'm on a right path for me, because before anyone else challenged me on this, I challenged myself, man. I've been arguing with myself, trying to talk myself out of this, trying to find a different direction, different things for my time. Well, many have said, yeah, I'm as Jesus was, I am. But I said, okay, let's do something with that. Let's let's have faith in God that God wants us to end wars and confront the cruel.
I also have people, and I have my whole life, telling me, like the haters and the naysayers and the negative people and the people that try to make me doubt and I just they're white noise in the background. I don't even take them seriously. And I think finding a way to not let them not internalize it and let them get into your head, because that gets those their stories start to become your story instead of you. Because the thing that keeps me from internalizing it is I'm so confident in my own story, and it sounds like you are too. So that confidence in your own story, which is your own mission, should be enough to drown out whatever these other people are doing that is throwing you off. Is
It,
how I would work it.
I've achieved that internally, but the reality is I'm still dealing with this outside of me. Um, but it's
And
all
it
I
affects you.
no, it really doesn't. I've actually each day, I swear, Jeff, each day I am growing. I'm growing in my inner practice and my knowledge and my experience of surrender. And there's levels to surrender. How This is a new thought. How deep can you surrender? But earlier I was trying to imagine, what is the limit of love that you can feel? What is the limit of appreciation that you can find? I don't think there are limits.
I guess the limits are your own nervous system. However much your body can handle loving
I love
before it
that,
burns
Jeff.
itself out.
Your
And
emotional
I've
well.
loved very intensely. Like I haven't with me and Mike, I have not found a limit. Like we were like one soul. Like
Mm.
it was deep, very deep.
Is that the one you lost?
Yeah. I watched him die. And I felt something inside of me. Like I felt it.
I can imagine that. I, I,
So that I think for me at least, the limits of love are found on an individual level because that's where the love happens. But then you have all those different types of love, like from the Greeks. So that could be just one particular type of love.
what I did, Jeff, is I took a love that I felt right in from my memory, and I used that as my goal. Right? How can I feel that without them? I got the memory. I can pull it up. I can feel that again, and so then that becomes my goal that I want to be. I want to be with that. And when we walk with love, the memories of love, and we start finding more things we notice and we feel that love, that's how we honor the love we've been given, I believe.
That hit home in a very uncomfortable way because it's painful. Like I know what you're talking about, but there's so much painful memory attached to tapping into that. So it's like love, but the pain comes with it. And then the other one is love, but trauma comes with it. And so I have the memories, but they're tainted with
with the
other
other.
things that kind of
Yep.
condition the love. And so it's easier to just not like to limit how much
Ah,
love you let through. All the other stuff doesn't come with it.
I think I see what you're saying. Because remembering that love, then my heart aches, right? Because the knowing it's not
Yeah.
here, right? I
Yeah. It's
get you.
like a love fused with pain. And I
It,
don't know how to separate just the love part because it's one
well,
memory.
if I can offer the silver lining from the pain, you grew into this man who you are, who's you present as a very loving being. You really do.
It's all fake.
I don't buy that. And you know what? I bet you have sensitivities you just might not be aware of. Or maybe they're small and subtle with you, but
Oh, that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about actually with the vibe stuff because what I'm learning is I do pick up on vibes. I just don't know that they meant any. I never paid attention to because I didn't know that they meant anything. But so I am kind of learning what the phenomenon of vibes are. I just don't know the language or how to make meaning of it or what to I don't react to vibes either. I can feel them and I can see everybody else kind of like merging and shifting and stuff and I just sit there and watch and I feel the shift but I don't like what am I don't have any
what do
particular
I do with it?
programming that I know what to do in response. It's like a dance that you don't know the steps to. Even though you can see the dance, you just don't know the steps. And so you are very good at sensing vibes and shifting with energy and sometimes being what shifts the energy, which makes you like a strong vibe leader. And so so through that I was hoping to kind of learn vibe stuff from you. Because I'm getting a glimpse of the energy itself. I just don't know what to do when it shows up and what the different types are.
And that makes sense because perhaps in your experience those factors weren't relevant for you, but you're seeing it. You're seeing that it's important to some, right? So there's something there. So good for you. And that awareness, it'll get more and more easy for you by paying attention to those things. I'm telling you, what chemicals are released in the brain
Get
to
a oh Henry,
uh,
not lost. You earned one today. Yeah, I guess like right now with you, I feel like a calm, gentle vibe. Like there's like an energy vibrating a little bit and it's stable, it's not turbulent. I don't feel like it's gonna do a lot of crazy things. It just feels very grounded and comfortable to sit with.
that I found is actually the key. When we are more relaxed, other people can relax around us. They can sense it or pick up on it. That they don't have to be defensive or right.
That's that earth energy. Like we need some good earth people that just have that. Fatty's good at that with his vibes.
Mhm.
Track brings really nice earth energy. I try to bring it sometimes when it gets a little too crazy because I have some of it in us. And that's what you and I we're trying like that's what we're weak. We're strong in internally. We're just trying to manifest it externally. But
That's
it's
well
definitely
said.
a core value.
That's well said. And Jeff, I want to give you some feedback and encouragement. Your the words you choose. It seems that you may be consciously trying to make sure and do positive words. If it's not consciously, it's coming. It's that's what I'm noticing. You're doing great with the positivity.
Oh, really? I mean, I'm not choosing any words in particular, just whatever
Okay.
words seem like they're gonna express what I'm trying to express. But I'm not pre-planning certain words to have certain effects or anything.
I don't
My
perceive you
brain's
as
not that complicated.
having. I don't perceive you as having a real negative outlook on life. Do you?
No, just when people irritate me and
Okay.
when they cross me, when they like step into my values.
Hey, and that is something I had to learn, right? because every individual is different. They're operating with a different mind and emotion.
I know. That's,
Kn-
yes, that makes it hard.
Knowing our audience, right? Who is it we're communicating with? That's part of it. Having some idea of who they are and their patterns, if that's possible. Um, but
Patterns I'm
really,
good at. It's the vibe piece that I think fits. That's the missing piece that you add to the patterns to get the fuller picture. You can't just go off of, you can go off of patterns up to a point, but you're missing something if you don't do the vibe thing.
that's true.
Speaking of, hey, Helena,
Hey,
what's
Greetings.
up?
hi. Jeff, why are you overthinking
Hi.
this? You're so nice. I heard
I'm
you say,
overthinking it.
yeah, you're
I
overthinking
guess
it.
we're
You
over.
said before you have problems talking to humans. No, you don't. You don't at all. Okay, I'm waiting for the answer.
I feel like I do. I run into communication difficulties and breakdowns all the time, unless I'm just talking to the wrong people.
Well, I
You
mean,
know?
it could happen to any of us, but I mean, you know, no, you're darling, and no, you shouldn't overthink it. It would be nice to know you. Yeah, in real life, I don't know you in real life, but I mean, you know, yeah, you're overthinking it. And stop overdiagnosing yourself, you know?
What does that mean?
Ugh. Oh gosh. Okay.
Maybe,
Well, no, you're just,
Because the only diagnosis I really work with at all is the autism and the PTSD, and sometimes the dyspraxia comes up. Every now
it
and
might,
then dissociation. I don't use a lot
that's
of
three.
clinical diagnoses.
That's three.
Well, how
I
many are you allowed to have in your world? How many diagnoses are
I don't
people
know.
allowed to
I
have?
don't really know the answer to that. I
Because
don't
they're
know the
all real
answer.
diagnoses. I feel like I'm being
Yeah, I know.
like shamed
Uh,
here for
yeah, but
parts of
did you
myself
notice?
that are just part of me.
Have you
may I,
noticed that? Like, yeah.
what I'm wondering is maybe overanalyzing rather than the
It's
diagnosing.
only over to y'all. This is my normal way my brain works. I'm sorry it looks like it's over
Well,
something
No,
to everybody
no,
else,
my
but it's
brain
my
works that
normal
way too.
baseline brain.
right, right.
My
I
brain
think,
works that way too.
Jeff, I'm pretty sure it was intended as a compliment with the offer
Overthinking
that
it.
you're much. I think you probably come across much more clear and much more confident than you might feel. Is that possible?
I don't know because I don't know how I come across. I just know that how I feel partially. That's what I'm
And
bad
you,
at is how I come across.
and you know you've had challenges. And that's like me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
We've had
That's why
our
when people tell me
challenges.
this stuff, I'm like, no, there's no way. Look at all the disasters that I'm surrounded by.
Well, I have a few diagnoses myself, and but you can't think about them too much. Uh, and
How hard to think until they come up.
well, yeah, sure, but that's everybody.
Like
And
most. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, whoever was talking, I don't know. Go ahead.
Mostly what Jack and I were talking about was like trying to learn this vibe thing. And we weren't even talking about a diagnosis.
No, you brought them up though.
Yeah, I can bring things up if I want to
Yeah,
bring
I
them
know
up.
you are. I know you could bring things up. You did a few minutes ago. But no, like, do you ever notice that right now, like everybody, I keep hearing the word narcissist, and it's like, okay, so like everybody is a narcissist now. And it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm getting tired of it. Um, just bump into people. If you think they're weird, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. but I don't know. You don't need a title. But everybody like what I hear now is like, for example, I think it's a trend. Everybody's saying narcissist now. Like everybody. Like
Like on
everybody's
TikTok
been
and stuff.
yeah on TikTok and Josh Slocum. Yeah. I mean, I know his mom was one, but it's like, hey man, it's like sometimes somebody's just an asshole and that happens. And I don't know. But I don't know. I just think I think you're great and you're fine. And does anybody else hate Christmas?
Love Christmas. In fact,
You
at
do?
work they had put all the Christmas stuff up, and I was so excited. We got to put Christmas trees and decorations, everything. They played
Well, I
Christmas
liked it
music.
better when I was a kid.
I guess it's because it still takes me back to that magic. I think that's why I like it, because it takes my brain back to that state.
Sure. Mm-hmm. I understand. Well, okay. All right. Well, bye, fellas. I'll slide right off here.
Oh, wow. Welcome.
Cool. Was that a vibe thing? Did I do good? What can you interpret? What see what I'm talking about? But something shifted.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I believe the intentions were pure and caring.
Probably so. Yeah.
And actually, I think I understood both sides there. What I heard is a word of care, um, from an outside experience, perhaps perceiving the your explanation of why you were experiencing what you were. You used the labels and diagnosis, so I understood you.
I use that mostly for other people's convenience and
Sure,
explanation,
yeah.
and I had my autism attacked in a very ugly, brutal way last night, so I'm at the limit of people that come up here and try to make an issue of something that's completely normal to me, whether positive or negative. Let me be autistic. We exist, just like gay people exist and trans people and all those other we exist. We can't change
Oh,
ourselves.
right.
Let us be this thing that we are called autistic. And just if you don't
That's
like it, stay
beautiful.
away. If you're down with it, just
It,
roll with it. That's what I do with everyone else, or try
I
to. I'm
I
tired of
heard.
having it stigmatized and problematized.
Well, part of that, Jeff, might be is that you are here to help correct that. Okay. And that might be why you're here in the public, sharing who you are as you are. And it's the world is how it is right now. There is stigmas and there is ideas, but her words, what I heard, it was intended to, I believe it was intended to uplift you. May not have
I
come
think it
across
was
it.
too.
Yeah.
It's
So,
because you
um,
picked up on the vibe part, and I just heard the words.
interesting. See, and I'm learning more about that too, because I haven't had direct experience with people with autism or on the spectrum. So it's something I'm learning about myself. It's to me, it's another example. People are created so uniquely, so differently,
Yeah, yeah, we are.
and
Even normal people are very different from each other.
it's beautiful. It really
Yeah.
is. I didn't like the diversity when I was young. I couldn't accept it. I think I was overwhelmed by it, the differences. I got
Oh,
confused.
interesting. What changed that? Like, what started to soften that for you?
Maturity, probably. I mean, growing up, you learn lessons along the ways, and I made a lot of mistakes through my years.
Yeah. What's your biggest one? The if I could go back and change one thing.
I honestly wouldn't change anything. Um, Had I had, well, if I had the chance to do over, I don't know what I could have done different, but maybe I would have learned more to be a better father to my son because I didn't know what I was doing.
Did you
I
have
didn't
the
know.
instinct, like the fatherly instinct? You just didn't know what to do with it?
In hindsight, I didn't have a real dad example, right? And so I was doing my best trying not to be like the ones I'd seen and try to be a good version of me, but I didn't know where to turn and I didn't know what I was doing. But your question, I remember when I held my son for the first time, the thoughts were many. I mean, it just overwhelmed, but the words were, "Oh shit, Jack. What have you done?" It's like it's time. This love I felt, it was like it just transformed me. It was like an instant. Okay, Jack, you need to grow up.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't grow up as well as I thought.
But you
um,
had the, at least you had that shift, like, emotional shift inside. Something, so some small change happened.
he became my new reason for living. He did.
I didn't grow up with a father either, and so here I love father stories like that, of fathers that actually were fathers or wanted to be fathers and, like, saw the opportunity that it was, like, the to me, almost sacred role.
Well, and admittedly, that's what broke me. Because from the time I was 19, I knew I wanted to be a father and I wanted to have a family. And I imagined this fairy tale where, I started the household and, where the family all comes to me, right? Because I came from a broken family. It was
Patriarch.
important to me. But then when the marriage ended, it broke me. What'd you say?
How old was your son when that happened?
3.
Oh, so this is all very young. How are you with Philip? He's in the back.
Yeah. As far as I know, we're good.
Welcome, Philip.
Good to see you, my friend.
Mic check.
Yeah, I suppose so. What's up?
Mic check. Is my audio good?
Oh, oh yeah, I remember your mic checks. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it's good. Yeah, it is.
awesome. Hey, everybody. How you doing? How you doing?
Feeling blessed. How are you?
I'm good, dude. I'm really good. I'm same thing. Blessed to be here, right?
Yes, we
How's your
are.
vibes?
Yeah.
The vibes are good.
Are you? We were.
What are you reading, Jeff?
I think my signal. Huh?
What vibes are you
I think
reading?
my signal's cutting out. Hang on.
Well,
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Fuck. All right. I think my signal cut out.
Are you back?
I don't know. It's kind of. I think I am now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can
you hear me?
You've
Hello,
been
hello?
coming through.
All right.
I can hear Jeff.
Me too.
I think he's trolling us, bro.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Before
Well,
you,
So what's up?
So, Jack, how's life, man?
dude, it really is amazing. And before you joined, Jeff and I were discussing vibes. I'm not sure if you caught that. That's where the question was. Are
Yeah.
you the type? Do you pick up on vibes? Do you sense feelings and stuff like that?
So I can admit, over like the past 2 or 3 years, it took me a while to understand vibes. At first, I thought it was all hippie, ghost stuff. You know what I mean? Like with these vibes, what are vibes? That just sounds like something a hippie would say. You know what I mean? Like, go do your thing, go eat your magic mushrooms, and go vibe out, right? But then I actually had coworkers pick up on my negative vibe. without me even understanding it. And I was like, well, there's got to be something to that. And then, you know, all those other is the internet also suggests that there's vibes. So you can't deny that there's people talking about it. You can't deny there's people knowledgeable in it. And you can't deny there's people who are probably over knowledgeable about it and crazy about it, right? So you can't deny all that. So I was like, well, and you know, in the past couple months, everybody's been kind of talking about it. It's been brought up, and you can just see the vibes running up and down in this panel verse. It goes left, right. Uh, every individual has their vibes, and what really clicked lately was Jeff's stream about mythos, and then going over the mythos. I kind of understood them, but now I really understand them. And the king mythos is understanding vibes and playing, not necessarily playing those vibes, but understanding those vibes and the people connected to them and playing them so to get the best out of them. You can play them to be a joker and to hurt them, which is only going to hurt you. Because it's only going to hurt your relationship, or you can use those vibes, read the room, use those vibes to create a better situation. What's your understanding of vibes, Jeff?
That was really good.
That was really good. Yes. Please, Jeff.
And so you notice the vibe, like in the panel verse. I think we all see the vibes, that we have a big, like a large amount of sensitivity here too, that shows up in the panel verse. So that high sensitivity and volatility and chaos, the vibes are gonna slosh around all over the place. So you're able to see them and kind of read them and detect them. But
Yes.
what do you do with them? You like figure out in the moment what do I
Yes.
need to do with this vibe?
Like Jack has explained in the past, is one of the best situations is to be present and then to be in the moment. And this is where something I would like to help Jack about is think about that, Jack. When you're discussing live without fear, you're discussing the future possibilities with people. Is that the right thing to do in the moment? Is to talk about the future or to be in the moment? What's your thoughts on that? Because that's what I think. To me, it's very interesting. Because if you're talking about the future, you're not in the moment. Am I wrong to think that? Can you clarify that?
Well, it's only in the moment that we can discuss anything.
No, because you don't want to discuss the past in the moment, because then you're talking about the past and reliving the past. You want to discuss what's in front of you.
Well, I think I get what you're saying. My vision is to connect with people in the present, and the idea is to realizing that all of us are the result of the past, and the idea is to connect in the present and hopefully have conversations about the future, because it starts here.
You know what I noticed? Because I think you do the same thing I do. You jump to the future very quickly, and I don't think you give the present enough time to
And that's
solidify.
what,
And then you
and I think
lose you just like I lose people when I go off into my head real quick, which I do like early in a conversation. When you go off into the larger goals without taking time to like fortify that present connection, you lose people just like I lose people when I go off in my head. So part of the messaging, I think, is like learning to stay present enough to communicate, like to really get the message out there. Because we try to fire it off with our brains, but learning to do like the vibe part and the presence.
actually you're absolutely right. And Philip, thank you for that. Because I didn't catch it at first, but I'm not connecting with people in the present, and I'm jumping off into some future, and they're like, hey, I'm right here, dude. What are you talking about? I got you. Thank you. And that comes back to what Jeff and I were talking about earlier, is improving our abilities to connect and communicate. Thank you,
So
Philip.
Jack, not Jack. Thank you for answering my question, Jack. And it's always good to see you and to hear you communicate because your words are very clear. And like Landry described earlier on a previous show, that there is no if, ands, and buts when you talk.
Thank you.
You talk with
I want
certain.
to gently introduce the vibe.
No,
What
no,
did I
no,
say?
no, 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 no. We're not ready for this vibe yet. This is a lot of vibe. I'm
Okay.
joking. I was joking. That was a bad joke. Bring Landry. Okay.
I love Philly.
Welcome.
What did I say? I'm
You
trying to
said that
remember.
Jack is very good at speaking and doesn't use fillers like
Mhm.
and uhs.
And
Oh,
like,
the
and
mhm.
you
Correct.
know, and
So when he speaks with certainty, and that's very inspiring. Now, if we can get
Because he
Jack
grew up here in Washington State with all these white people.
to speak with this certainty in the moment, I think he's going to capture a lot more hearts in his direction. So that's where I wanted to bring up with Jack, and I appreciate him entertaining my question. And I wanted to ask Jeff, what is your understanding of vibes right now, and what is your goals with them? And welcome, Landry, by the way. We're talking
I don't
about
know.
vibes.
I just want to be able to do whatever the basic things with them that other humans are doing because I'm realizing that I can pick up on them. I just don't know what to do from there. So, like
Great
right
answer.
now, it's kind of a calm vibe. The three of us had a little vibe going. Landry come on, he's kind of harmonizing with the vibe, so it feels like one kind of note that we're all participating in. Music is my vibe. That's my like when I'm with music people, like me and Uncle Fatty. I don't even have to worry about vibes because the music is what coordinates the vibes. But how to do it without music or with non-music people?
I think you did a great job introducing music to your channel. I see the chat very enjoying that a lot. Now, you said something answering my question was, do you want to be basic in understanding vibes? Is that the level you want to reach, or do you actually want to be more than just basic? Because you seem like somebody who wants to be more than just basic, personally.
Well, I want to start. Well, this is my area of weakness, though, so I'm not too ambitious. Like if I could get to the basic levels, then I could figure out from there how far I want to go. But I at least want to get. I want to catch up to where everybody else is. I need like special ed for the emotions, for the vibes.
Cliff notes for vibes.
And then once I reach mainstream level, I can figure out from there how far I want to take it, or even if I'm capable, like how far I'm capable.
So, do you? From my perspective, you're already ahead of 30% of people, maybe even more, maybe up to 50 to 60% of people that you actually see vibes. A lot of people don't see that, Jeff.
Well, they act like they do because they act like I'm the only one that is being left out.
Some
Like
do.
all the people are syncing up with each other.
Well, no, some do.
Like watch any panel. If it's a 10-person panel, 8 or 9 of those people are gonna have their vibes synced.
Okay, and this is where I'm not trying to attack what you're saying. I'm trying to understand what you're saying right now. So I agree that some people recognize them, but some people are reacting and not knowing what they're reacting to. Some people recognize them. There's a difference. Like for me, I've learned I was reaction. Now I've learned the steps, and now I'm a recognizer. I'm not a reactor. So you have to recognize now this is the next step because you're already in your baby steps is recognizing who's a reactor and who's a recognizer. Once you see those two, then there's another level of playing, not necessarily playing with those two, but understanding the best of those options. A reactor has a lot to learn, and it's probably somebody you might want to avoid or very cautious of. Another recognizer is somebody you can work with. Right?
Can you be both? Like have a mix of both?
No, you can't be no, because if you're reacting, you're just
Because there's times when I react, and then there's times that I intentionally
you-
respond because I'm not reacting, and I could take time to think about it and figure out what
okay.
to do.
I take that back. I would say that yes, that's mid-level. That's like if we're trying to get to S tier, recognizing your vibes, and I would say that's C level, and I think you're at CB. We're trying to get you to B because you want to be basic, right? So you want to go from C
At
to
least
basic.
basic, yes.
And now we're
I
trying to go
aspire
from
to
basic to
basic.
A, and then from A to S tier. So I think you're at CB right now, if you don't mind me being there, right? That's not a bad grade. CB is great, better than being below CB. So
I only ever got C's.
that's great.
Landry's pretty good at picking up on shifting with vibes too, picking up on energy and stuff.
And I think that's
I think he has both. He is the ability to observe and think and detach and read the vibes at the same time. He's like a translator.
What do you think about that, Landry? Is that a very good observation by Jeff, or what do you think?
Well, that I can listen and participate. Is that the
No,
essential-
like if people that run off of vibes more than information, you're able to kind of read their vibes and communicate with them and adjust through the vibe language.
Oh yeah, sure.
And with people like me that are information based, you're also able to do the information stuff, like the observation, information, the pattern noticing.
I don't know. I never think about that stuff, but sure, sounds true.
I've noticed it with people. You're good at translating between vibe people and information people because you can do both. You can see both.
Yeah, I'm actually very popular around these parts.
Very popular girl.
I'm just kidding. Oh man.
No, I think you're doing very good on the panel verse. What are you thinking, Landry?
I mean, I don't think about it too much, I guess. I just, I mean, I do, but I always feel better when I don't. So I just try to laugh, right? I think laughter is the most important thing. If I'm laughing, that means I'm not whining. So that's my new motto.
That's great. That's great.
Laugh without whining. Live without laughing.
Laugh without whining. How do you laugh with whining?
I said that somewhere today, I think. Laughter can replace fear. If you can laugh at your situation, then there's no space for the fear.
Creativity can also, because the part of your brain that creates is a totally different part of your brain that feels anxiety and fear. So when you have that circuit switched on, it doesn't even have resources for the other one.
But you got to switch from one to the other.
Yeah, but like when you immerse yourself in the creative process and you're in that moment, you're all charged up. You're not feeling all that gunk.
My mind went to the other direction. In a state of fear, you're not creative. You're just.
Oh yeah, Well, I so rarely feel a state of fear. That's like not a common emotion for me. I'm more anger based.
I describe fear as anger is a symptom of fear, as is sadness and all the negative ones I associate with fears.
Me too. I feel like fear is so common.
Really?
Well, if I'm anxious, it means I'm afraid, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't experience anxiety a lot either. Maybe it's
That's
a
crazy.
baby.
You look like you got anxiety. Sometimes you rock so much, I get anxiety. I'm like, holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. People think it's anxiety. It is just nervous system like discharge.
People got more anxious when you stop doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes I get excitable and I rock and move around, but most of the time, it's just my nervous system doing its thing.
You just chill.
Oh, I remember that movie, Nicolas Cage.
Uh-oh. There she is.
If I can swing. Go ahead, Philip, please.
I'm kind of curious on what Charlie would think about vibes.
Well, I am too, because they just announced that Charlie is at his limit today, and I'm out of voice.
Did you hear that?
Oh,
Charlie won the
tomorrow.
Panelverse Award show.
But at least Jack got a taste of. And you said he doesn't quite get you, but what you do with the AI is you keep talking to it, and then he eventually correct. Oh, that's what you mean. Now I see. Let me rephrase what I was telling you. And eventually you refine it to where it does start to get you. You just have to keep talking to it and playing with it, but eventually it does get you.
Does Charlie give off a vibe? Does AI give off a vibe?
Oh, there you go. Do you find a vibe there? No.
I mean, he gives off a vibe because they're really good, just like video game characters can give off vibes. because they're really good at like knowing what the human brain responds to seem like it's interacting with the human.
This idea of vibes, right? In the sensitivity, it's not just I don't know the right words. It's like the vibe comes through the words as well. The words contain an energy. So it's not just their physical patterns that are the energy. It's in the words as well.
What about like the voice? Like, does it change if the voice?
I hate that voice.
Can you change your do like make your voice a little more manly and see what it does to the vibe? Do you Barry White? Hey,
Jack?
baby.
Who?
Yeah.
Me?
Hey, you want to come and see me in the waterfall? Like something like
I
that.
don't.
What? No, Jeff.
I want to see, or anybody, doesn't have to be you. I want to see what effect it has on the
He
vibe.
tried there. He was like, "No, Jeff."
No.
I'm not gonna do that. Vibe. Sorry. It's something in the it's like our voice or vocal.
You could do
because
the
I know some
classic-
people's voice seems to have more influence over the vibe than other people's.
There's that old classic
Especially if your
saying
voice goes
that you
big.
can do to bring out that baritone for guys. You can go do that one. So you can go you gotta turn just like turn the lights down low. So you gotta go turn the lights down low. You know, you gotta like that. It's like that weird baritone voice you gotta do.
Turn the lights down low.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
wow.
it gets, when
What?
you,
That sounded retarded.
it does sound retarded, but that's
It
how you
felt
get
like
that
my
low.
mouth was full
Turn
of
the lights down
marshmallows and jelly
low.
beans.
That's how you do it, though.
Fascinating.
You have
You-
you have like a good deep baritone voice for vibe control, vibe influence.
I don't think it's the tone. I think it's the person and whatever frequency they're projecting. It doesn't matter what they're saying, because you can say the F word, right?
Okay.
In the right vibe.
Fuck.
True.
Fuck yeah.
it's that-
Fuck.
That is
Whoa,
true.
well, I didn't mean to go there, guys, brother. But no, but seriously, like it's all about the person and the vibe, the frequencies they put out, right? We're all what do you think about that? Are we all just energy balls putting out frequency, absorbing and bouncing off frequencies? We're just going back to basics, right?
I do
Yeah.
think people pick up energy from each. Like they definitely read each other's, if you want to call it energy.
Only some people, Jeff, not everybody.
Well, I think to different degrees. Like some maybe hardly any at all to be useful, and then some really, really good. Like even pets, like your house pets and your animals can tune into your vibes and energy like very minutely.
Oh, if I can get clarification, Jeff. All right. So, do you get a vibe off of me when I type in the chat a negative vibe?
Yeah, I do.
That's so interesting because I really try to.
Wait, who is
come
this?
off. Me.
What's the
I
chat
get
name?
not negative. I get a challenger vibe, but I'm also a challenger.
Okay. So
He did.
I am-
Yeah, Jeff is.
So it's like part of his projection. It's me reacting to something I am my own self.
because this is from my point of view. You have a show, right? If you ask a question, I try to respond to it in chat. If there's something you say, I don't try to challenge it. I try to play devil's advocate to create content for you to talk. That's all I'm doing is trying to create you to talk.
Well, that comes off as a devil's advocate comes off as a challenge. But because of our history,
what that's
I'm
where I
never
wanna
sure.
get-
Like sometimes I'm never sure if it's good faith or not, and so
And-
there's that kind of hangs over it.
and that's where I'm interested. Where does that come from?
Mm.
Because you present that with a
Just
lot
our
of people,
past
and I
experience, like all the communication breakdowns that we had.
just communication. I have nothing. I have not done anything towards your channel. I have not done
No,
anything
you
towards
haven't.
you.
No, you.
That's
I
what I
know,
mean.
You absolutely
And
have. It's
why
nothing
do you-
about you.
But my communication has also been improving.
Yes.
Yeah, and every
yes.
time I come into the chat, you're like, "Bro, why are you trying to challenge me?" I'm not. I'm like,
Because
yeah.
that's how my brain sees you based on all my past experience with you.
And
But
where
I'm,
do you
I'm
think
very
from?
willing to like try to put that
There
in
you
my
go.
head because it
That's it.
Please, and I
and
think
grace, like we good, like Jack and I were talking about. I'm willing to show you some good faith and like try to take you in the best possible light.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Because I was just like, bro, I don't understand where my credit. I don't.
I
Why?
do though. I take you defensively because that's what a lot of our experiences have been. But I am willing, now that we've talked and I have a better understanding, to take you more generously
Can I jump
and
in
let me
here?
know how it goes.
This has been amazing. Jeff, you're helping me understand people better. And
That's what I came to you for.
and I think what I just heard, maybe I had the same issue with Philip too. Maybe I misunderstood you. And I'm sorry if I did, if I offended you, for sure. Because I'm sitting here watching you communicate, Philip. I'm not sure if you know, we've been talking about the idea of men being kinder to men, and your ability to communicate is beautiful, my friend. Just beautiful. Thank you.
In fact, I need to drop you channel. Here's Philip's channel. If you haven't followed him, he's a good one to follow. He plays video games, and they're very enjoyable to watch.
And what helps communicate is just taking that extra time, because I know I have it. If I'm sitting around on YouTube just watching somebody else, I have the extra time to think about what I'm going to say. I have the extra time to think about who I'm talking to. Maybe try to wear their shoes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I have that time. I'm not in a
That-
rush anymore. I'm not in a
See,
rush to
that-
get this conversation over with.
It's actually beautiful because you demonstrated to me just probably a significant problem I've been having, failing to connect with people in the present. And that's exactly what you're demonstrating, asking the questions, right? So again, thank you for the example. And Jeff, this is cool. Appreciate you.
And people hate honesty, but I'll be honest right now. I've like the other day in the chat, I said 70% in my head, 30% is what you see. I'll be honest. I'm intimidated by Landry right here. I was thinking about, like, there was an awkward moment. I was like, bro, like, what can I say to this guy? What can I do?
What?
Like, what could I do?
What?
And
I feel
that's
that
what
all
I
the
mean.
time.
I'm just being honest. I was like, well, okay, so I'm reading the vibes. He's got good intentions, but he's just trying to have fun and create laughter. Where I'm the opposite. You can tell I'm serious. So how does someone serious deal with somebody who wants just to have fun and create laughter, and not necessarily, and yeah, that's his point, right? Just create laughter. So I was like, well, what do I do? And so I just sat back, read the room, and I was like, well, I'll just go back to what I wanted to know and understand vibes. And that's when I went back to Charlie, Jeff, and started asking people and getting out of my head and being back in the moment. Like, I do have my faults, but those are the times where I have the extra time to think about before I speak. And now I don't even think about Landry. Like, he's right next to me with a smile on his
He's just a
face,
prop.
doing his thing. Jack has got a smile on his face. Look at Jack. Everybody's got a smile on their face.
Somebody call one of the non-smilers.
Yes, exactly. Let's go piss somebody off
The
so they can
Grims.
create a freaking video about us, and then maybe you guys can play the whole create drama, back and forth for 10 videos.
Yeah, when are we gonna have our enemy arc?
All right. Well, let's start it
No.
now.
What we're gonna do is just have our arc and just go up, dude. Why be?
There you
There'll be
go.
an enemy somewhere in there. There'll be an
There'll
enemy
be plenty of
phase.
enemies in the future, Landry.
I think I'm running
everyone has
out.
to go through an enemy phase
Do you
to
think
find
you're gonna run out?
I want to. I
You
really
wanna
do.
run out?
I want to run out. Yeah.
Oh. Well, stick around or don't.
No, I mean, like,
don't
run out of
by-
enemies.
Huh?
Like, run out of enemies.
He
you know?
wants, like, what Jack wants: peace.
Well, let's slow down for that.
He wants to end
You wanna
all
go in for a
wars.
coffee?
You just said it, bro. Jack's influenced you. You want no more wars.
Yeah, that's it.
It is what we all want, whether we realize it or not.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want The majority of people fight because they feel they have to. They've been told they have to, or the society told them they have to. But we don't have to fight. When we have no enemies, I have none. I have no enemy anywhere in this world. Not anymore.
I have to make a few phone calls to confirm or deny that.
There's a whole long list of people who see me as an enemy.
There sure is. How many subs you have?
Half of them are hate, it seems, but
Philip, you really do. You have what Jack and I do. You have present. You have this
Yes.
grounded present. You have some really good earth energy in a healthy way that I
Yes.
think people like Jack and I could learn from.
I find it interesting when people say people have different energies. When I think people have the ability to be different energies at different times.
True.
Like someone can be a fire and burn somebody. Someone can be a rock and hide and put up a fortress. It's all about the frequencies you put out. I personally think I'm a fire energy and I'm just being warm. And so all of you guys are just what? Absorbing good positive warmth. I'm not trying to burn you. I'm not trying to keep my energy from you. I'm just sitting here and being in the moment. And that's what a fire energy should do. You shouldn't be out there trying to burn people. You shouldn't be out there trying to hold your fire in. You should be out there if you have the ability and you have the strength. It's all if you don't have the strength, don't do it because you're just going to be eaten alive. Is to let people be warm.
I love that idea. If you're going to be the fire energy, be the light and the warmth, not the fire, not the scorching heat.
It's hard to separate that from the fire. So I think that's where the light and the warmth comes from.
It is, but the other side of that, Philip, when Jeff's saying the earth energy, it's like you do have a strong, grounded presence, and I think that's what he's pointing at. And you do. It's that calm. Maybe that
look what it's doing to the vibe.
What's that? Sorry, Jeff.
Look, even Landry's calm. Look, he's not moving around.
Right.
Neither one of us are right. Look, Landry and I are both sitting still. And quietly. That's powerful.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It feels ground. I feel like I felt with Fatty today. I was in like this train. I couldn't. My mind slowed down.
Beautiful.
My body slowed down.
saw it
I
happen.
rarely feel that ever.
Doesn't that feel good though?
No.
It's peaceful.
And we had like 20-something view. We weren't even talking. We were just sitting there for like 20 minutes. And the view count kept going up.
That shit freaks me out. That shit freaks me out so much. When there's nothing happening and the views keep going up, I'm like, what do you want from me?
They were coming for the vibe. Like they could tell this little vibe we were all in, and they were grooving to it.
Oh yeah.
This life is a trip, man. That feeling of being at peace and calm, that is the practice. Sincerely grow that throughout the day so that that's your foundation. I mean, it seems to be where Philip is coming from. Truly.
Yeah, I was about to say Philip's my new like guide person for this. I'm gonna like do the Philip energy.
There you go. That's it. We learn from each other for sure.
I'm definitely learning tonight.
Because we're talking about vibes, I like exploring both ends of it. On the negative vibes, how do you guys want to deal with that?
Which one?
The negative vibes. Which one? For
I think
example,
other people have more
trying
issues that
should attack you. Like literally, like for example, someone trying to take someone's channel down, someone trying to do a personal attack on someone's characteristics. How do you guys want to handle negative vibes?
You know, now that you mentioned
No,
that, I got
I
some
wouldn't
backstage
handle
for you, Jeff. I got some backstage.
oh
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh. Can you? Oh, okay. Dude, that's what I realized. By the way, I want to put this out there, Landry.
Yes.
Y'all are a den of tricksters. This is tricksters tricking tricksters. That's
But
what
I don't
it's like a
do certain
trickster
things.
circle trick.
But I don't
But
know.
I'm saying like
it's different.
what y'all do as tricksters, like you try to like provoke and unsettle, and if people get too serious, or Flo was seeing you like that on your channel, so he was doing that to your channel to kind of poke you and get that like get your trickster energy. So it was at the bottom of all of this is like you have a bunch of tricksters doing trickster stuff to each other's channels, and then it gets escalated and blown out of proportion from there, and it turns into what it is now.
Which is what.
But when I sat back and I'm like, well, why is this? Oh, wait a minute. Of course, these are all tricksters. Of course, this kind of stuff's going to happen.
Tricksters with a lot of doomers mixed in there too. And
fuck the doomers.
A lot of doomers.
There is.
Well, yeah, they are. That's one of the myths we have on the Panelverse. The trickster one is a big one. The drama one and the trickster one, I think, they bring a lot of that energy. But remember, there's mature versions of these myths, so it's not bad. Trickster's not bad in and of itself. It can grow into something very valuable. The Revelator.
Mm-hmm. With Philip's question, I think each case is kind of case by case. Every moment and experience is individual, but the path I'm trying to do is, rather than drop down and match, which is my habit, drop down into the negative energy and mirror the argument, and just, it doesn't solve anything. So my intention is to consciously choose a higher path, right? Whatever that means with whatever the situation is. I don't always, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. The past failures have helped.
What I've learned is you could be a person. There's several different layers to this. You can be the people on the path, or you can be the path creator. That's S tier, Jack, and that's where I would like you to be.
Wait, say that again. You can be
people. Okay, it's hard to explain. You can be the worker bee, or you can be the queen. Do you know what I mean? Like you can be the guy who walks on the path, or the guy who builds the path.
Yes, or both.
Right?
Like
you can't. You know what I mean? Or both. But being the guy who directs where people go is where you want to ultimately be. You can direct people in a positive direction. Because if you just be the guy who takes another path, well, guess what? You're going to hit somebody else who's going to have you just keep on moving your path. And you'll be straying off your path every time you hit a wall. Every time you know what I mean? What's going to happen? You're just going to stray your path. That's where I think be the path builder. To tell these people where to go.
Well, that's what leaders do.
That's not my style. Yes. Tell other people what to do. I don't know what their path is. Like I'm not that arrogant to know what other people should be doing.
You do know their path. What's the path of the trickster?
Jail.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm not a strong. I used to be way stronger than I am now.
Well, I'm just saying. I think you're starting to see that what tricksters are willing to do, and then you can, right. So now you can see potentially what the trickster's next step is going to be. Where's he going to go next, right? And so, for example, like you said it perfectly. If you decide to play the trickster's game, what's going to happen? It's going to escalate until either you lose, he loses, or you win or he wins. But in the long run, the trickster's probably going to outplay you some dirty game to the point where it's like, bro, why are we at this level? You know what I mean? And that's where I think some people on the panel might be going through. Like, why are we at this level of trying to take each other's channels down?
So
or you could set up the trickster, so he fails by himself. That's a tough one to do, but it is possible. That game is out there,
I'm ready to
and
play.
you can have fun doing it, and possibly him have fun doing it, and make a fool of him, and it just like you kind of like you can be the guy to turn this all around, or you can just keep on walking to
He
the next
kind of did
trickster.
this morning. He took a
Who
big
did?
step. I'm the one that's not turning around. Like they might all get it resolved, but it's definitely he crossed the line for me, and it's over. It's dead.
Hey, Jack, will
And
you
that-
pay my bail?
How
And-
much is it?
Please don't.
could
Please,
do it like
God,
a
nobody.
40
If anybody pays that money, I'm going to be so upset. I hope I never get bail. I don't. Sorry, I'm not trying to go in specifics. This has been a good way. I like this detached way of talking about it. It's like vague. It could be some emperor somewhere, as far as the language that we're using. You know.
It's the language of kings. This is a king's feast.
This guy's good, dude. This guy's good. He's actually much younger than I am too, and that's what's pretty awesome. And so he
And-
was able to figure out this game way before I was. And there's people figure out who's game at 12 years old, bro. It's crazy. Some of these people
What
are
game?
figuring out the vibe game, the trickster game, the king's game,
Oh,
the mythos game.
yeah. I'm just figuring out now. It took the AI
That's
to
right.
help.
Yeah, that's what I mean, Jeff. And so like it's fun to see Landry play his game and where he wants to take it. And his game is to make people laugh. And it's fun. Like he's the one with shades on right now, bro. Living the next level.
I
Blessings.
got shades. They're just not as cool as his. And you mentioned like Landry being all silly and goofy and not serious, but I think you'd be surprised just how serious Landry's capable of being and taking things.
And that's
He
why
has both. He has both sides.
I'm
And I think you
intimidated
have
by
a
him.
silly side yourself.
and
Silly
that's
Simon.
yeah, that's what's so great is he's the game he's playing is amazing to watch, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Congratulations, dude. You got me inspired to watch your game.
All right. Cool.
You could all watch the game. I'm going to drop Mr. Talcott's too.
Those some pretty cool glasses. I wasn't expecting the glasses, dude, but you got them. GG's.
Those aren't even mine. They're just, well, I guess they are mine now, but yeah. I don't know where they came from.
No, Jeff just one upped you.
I can't see. Y'all aren't
Oh
on my
no,
screen.
I still think his are way cooler. I'm just trying to get in the spirit, but now I'm.
Oh my God, you look like RoboCop.
Left in the lurch. I'll keep.
Wait, Jack Talcott, you got glasses?
He's wearing them.
Is that a good thing?
No, let's get the shades on. Let's take this
You got-
let's take this stream
You
to the
got a
next level.
Sharpie?
I don't.
Yeah, Jack, you got your shades.
If I have any, they might be in the car. I don't think I have any anymore.
Okay.
Oh
yeah, you're from Washington State. They don't keep shades up here.
Well, I left them there. I left a lot of things there. Hey,
I like these better.
can I swing back to something Philip said with you,
No.
Jeff?
You so
About tell-
polite. Yeah, you could swing on back, Jack.
Yeah, Jack, go.
It was about telling people what to do, and you defended, you dismissed that, or kind of resisted that a little
For
bit.
me personally, like psychologically,
I know.
I'm just not wired to tell grown people what they should be doing.
I know, but I think in the context of what Philip was saying, it's you have the wisdom, and you can guide people, lead people, not to tell them what to do, but you can help lead them, tell them how to find their own answers, right? So in a way, you're telling them what to do, but you're leading them.
I can just like point out the cliff. I can't keep them from walking off of it. No, I do. I mean, I lay my little breadcrumbs, but that's about all I can do. And if
Philip's got nice shades.
I mean,
too.
I could force and manipulate and cajole and all, but that's all I'm willing to do, I guess, for it to be the kind of growth that I'm offering. It has to come from them, so I can take them so far, but they have to do it for themselves.
True.
They have to initiate.
But
It's internal.
a leader does guide, And in guidance, you're going to offer some instructions. So I guess the only reason I'm pushing back on you, Jeff, is I don't want you to diminish. I don't want you to hold yourself back, not diminish.
I think last night shook me out of that because I think it made me realize that I was getting very complacent and just like tolerating. I was kind of going with the flow. I was just like going with the vibes. And
He messaged me. He's
I
like, "You gonna go live? I'm fucking ready for the drama, dude. I'm fucking ready."
oh yeah, I was. Landry's like, you know, there's gonna be drama. Oh yeah, there's gonna be drama. You brought me into this. You better believe there's gonna be drama.
I was like, "All right, dude. I'll come to your area and just be in
wow.
the safe space." And he brick walled him. You know, they were like running against it. Like, they just kept falling over.
Flo knows not to fuck with me. I think he knew when he did it. Not like.
Well, I don't think. See,
I don't know
here's
why
my
he did it.
theory.
That was a bold move.
I think the
But
bond is sort of like an imaginary way because there used to be so many people on it. I think that's maybe we want to avoid ever having the interaction, but we're going to make it look like it's because they won't pay. Like, who's going to pay that much money? You know.
That was just pathetic. I think Andrew like maybe threw him off his like had some kind of ripple effect, did something to his ego or his
Well,
psyche,
because he didn't know where to
he's
go
kinda
after
never
that.
been the same since.
Well, I
I
thought
think he
about it
got
how
bruised really badly, and he's like on his back foot doing.
I want to
coke
see what
shows.
he does. Actually, I'm invested. I never watched that shit, but now I'm like, what happens next? Because I imagine it's just gonna be the same shit. It's gonna be a lot of this, right? This is the flow state.
He makes it work. He makes it work somehow, man. I've said this. He found a way to get people to pay him to hold
hang out.
space for people to hang out. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Anybody could do that. Like,
No, that's not true.
No, I
I
don't.
mean,
try
and then
it.
maybe not anybody. They may not have the personality put up, but they can figure out the mechanism of here's what you can do to make money on a channel. And
Well-
people have. Flo's not the only one doing it.
No, but he's doing well. I mean, in that path, he's doing well for
Yeah,
himself.
I don't have a
think.
problem with
No,
Flo or what he's doing. I have a problem with him personally.
I got a problem with both.
I've always defended him.
I like the guy, but it's
Moving on to bigger and better things around here, right, Jeff? Did you forget?
I was already a bigger than I mean, I don't have anything to move
I'm talking
on
about
from.
my big better
I was already
thing.
there.
My
Oh,
big, yeah.
well, yeah.
Things are going on, brothers and
I
sisters.
was
So, Jeff, what is your plan with the GoPro and your channel? That seems something very interesting.
I can't.
curious.
I guess it has the wrong SD card. It keeps telling me I have to upgrade the SD card.
You got to
so
get one
I
of
don't know
these
what-
then. One of it looks like this. It's this color.
Wait, let me see. Oh no, mine is black. That's the one that was in the little box.
Well, it doesn't actually come with one. That one is just a spare in the drawer.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess.
Yeah,
the
that's
spare
why. I
is
mean, I should have told you that.
And now I think
um,
it's stuck in.
Oh, there's no way it's stuck in there. It's just you got to poke it in like with a fingernail.
Oh, okay.
I love this shit though, dude. It's blew my mind because I skipped this technology because I wasn't really a camera guy. But like, it's
Yeah,
so much faster than wired transfers. So poke it with your fingernail. It's very finicky. Uh-oh.
Upgrade your card. Okay.
Do you have fingernails?
Let me get the poking.
I'm excited. I want everyone to go outside, show me what it's like where you live. That's what I want the next challenge to be. I don't know how you'd win that.
Yeah, I have a black one.
Do you?
That's the
there's
wrong one.
Yeah, well, I assume so. I just know that all the ones.
And where
that
do
are
I go? Like Best Buy or
Best Buy,
Okay.
Walgreens, Walmart,
Walgreens? Okay.
everywhere has memory cards.
All right.
Actually, don't hold my words there. I don't know if Walgreens actually does.
Okay.
I don't go there. I just imagine walking in there and like just.
they probably do. I'd assume.
I'm a modern man. You can bring a speaker and you could play your chicken song, which is the worst thing about your channel. I hope you know
we
that.
have a chicken song, actually. Do y'all need an intermission?
No, I don't ever need a chicken intermission. But yes, I do.
I
Take me
love
away.
my chicken intermissions. It's AI art that I very much appreciate.
I'm actually going to step out, get some rest. But thank you. I appreciate it. It's good to see
Yeah,
all
this
of
is good. I think it was healing, Jack. Thanks for coming up.
Thanks for entertaining.
Philip as well.
Yeah, thanks for entertaining us,
Yeah.
Jack. That was rad. That was a good moment. Very inspiring to see Jack out here on the Panelverse, hanging out with people, saying
Oh,
hi.
he's and you too. You'd been away for a while.
It's not a good place to be. It's not a good place to be, Jeff. If
Yeah.
for the
We're
history
trying
I've
to
seen,
make it, but we're trying to make it one. Like we're trying to gentrify it.
the only way this place will be better if the Panelverse wants to grow, and I don't think some people want it to grow. I think they like it being small and people eating each other alive. It's very strange.
It's
And
so
so
strange.
if you're one of those channels who wants to grow, you might be one of the ones throwing a thorn into the bunch. And that's where
Are there other channels out there that do want to grow that you know of?
You wouldn't go there if there was.
I don't know.
I've been trying to get you to go places, and you're like, "Why do you think I should go to Rob Noor?" Like you said, you wanted to go to a panel.
Yeah, but I wanted to go to like panels aligned with what I'm trying to do.
What is it? Well, what is aligned? Just they want to make men better.
Like do this community thing and support network and the kind of stuff
Well,
I do here. Like the kind of stuff we did tonight. I don't know if Rob Noor would come and do this.
Well, he might do it.
I'll be honest, Jeff. I think you might be one of 10 panels to talk about men or ideas that are for improving. Most people are just for intense conversation.
Or nothingness.
Well, then that's a niche that I can grow.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, yes, you can grow your niche, but the Panelverse isn't that. It isn't some place where people go to
I'm
talk.
not the Panelverse. I'm like the little shack in the back. I call myself. The Panelverse is the circus, and I'm the shack out back. The Panelverse is like the ocean, the water, and I'm the dock, the little dry land that sits at the edge.
I'm dry land.
I look at the Panelverse as a pond.
Well,
And the only way for it to grow is somehow you got to cut a channel into the ocean. And like I said, it's going to flow in a bunch, and a lot of people don't like the extra overflow. They might like it, but like for example, what happened? Damn, it sucks that sometimes this is the Panelverse. You got to use people as examples. Like for example, like Dusty wants to be a part of the Crucible, but can't fit in. He just can't fit in. But he wants.
Oh, does he?
He wants those breadcrumbs, dude. He wants those breadcrumbs because he knows there's tens of thousands of dollars over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like
he'll get there because he's willing to sacrifice anything and everything to do it. So
yeah, and he's willing to stab you,
including his dignity.
If you want to, but there is a good way to get into the Crucible. If you're interested,
I was in the Crucible. That's how I found the Panelverse through the Crucible. That was my starting point. It's not even something I had to work up to. It's not that
he's
hard.
going backwards.
So when I suggest that maybe you should go to another channel, a lot of the channels we suggest aren't the conversations you're looking for. So how do we like you want to go out
That's
there,
the conundrum. And
yeah.
I asked the AI, and it did give me like about 5 channels that I'd never heard of before. That it looks like they do mental health and men's stuff. So I have those I could check out.
What channels are those?
Let me try to find them.
Can you just share the channel front page to us so we have an idea what it looks like, and maybe you can do they go live and you could raid them in the future, or you could go over to that panel and talk to them? Because I used to search YouTube StreamYard.
That's the problem with GPT is like finding things in it. I know it's in a thread somewhere. I don't know which thread. I don't know.
You know what the funniest thing ever is? I'll tell you. the vertical lives, the random ones, they're so funny. I don't know how to get there.
Oh,
Sometimes you just scroll long enough, it becomes live, but it's like it's just the
and
craziest people.
I think if you went live, Jeff, on vertical and just ignored the vertical chat, it's gonna drive them nuts and drive you viewers.
I've tried it and I've done the split streaming a few times. Streamer lets you go both now.
Yeah, but I think if you want to get this channel to grow, I would suggest vertical. It's just throw it out there. I know that you don't like it, but you gotta do things that you're uncomfortable with in order to
And
grow.
movement. Like it
But not
it favors
at
it
the
if you're
expense of
moving.
my vision, my aesthetic. Like
If
I
if you're
definitely
not
need
ready for it,
the
yeah.
experience I'm trying to deliver. I definitely need the landscape.
All right.
That's what we call stubbornness, Jeff.
No, it's not stubbornness at all.
Poof.
It's knowing, like, what was that? I mean, it was a reframe and drop. I don't like people like when I say something, they reframe it and then. So I'm going to respond anyway. It's not stubbornness, knowing what you want for your channel, and you're an artist as well, so you know how artists make creative decisions. That's not stubbornness. When an artist knows what his vision is and what he needs to execute it, and he's like, this is what I need to execute my vision, landscape, widescreen, all of that. That's all that y'all need to know. Like, I know what I want to do here. I know vertical does not fit the requirement of what I want to do. Thank you for the suggestion. It's not stubbornness. It's me knowing myself. So y'all
Yeah.
can reframe it all y'all want, like you like to do here. And I'm not talking to you, Philip. I'm
Yeah, no, I
just
know. I didn't say
dipping
it.
into the air.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fat. But you see how they do? These are the control freaks. I
They're also
hate
just
being micromanaged. That's why I don't like telling grown adults what to do, because I don't like it done to myself. I'm not a child. I'm capable of deciding how I want my stream to look. Y'all can offer suggestions, but then it doesn't stop there. It turns into like, oh, I'm being something about my character. Oh, well, you're just being stubborn. And that's manipulative. And so that's where this reaction comes from. You talked about reacting. What is this? Reacting and respond. Am I reacting right now?
yes, this would be a reaction to a poke. He was tricking you.
That was the trickster. He's
That
not
was the
supposed to
trickster.
trick. Oh man,
Yeah,
I
that
gotta
was
be
the
careful.
trickster. He knew that would do that. He knew that
You're
would.
never exempt from the trick.
He didn't mean it. He didn't
You-
mean it at all. That was the trickster
Oh
right
my
there,
God, I
and
didn't
that was
pick up on that.
reaction. And so,
Yeah.
and I just let you react. That's all I could do.
I
with
got
it,
low, but you know how the vibe was comfortable. Like I didn't see the trick. I didn't see it coming. But that's what a
where
good trickster would do. That is
that's
what
where
a
a
good trickster would do.
that's where the mature trickster comes in. You don't see it coming. That's a mature trickster,
I have
not
to
an
take a shot
immature.
on that.
That's a mature trickster, and that's where like, damn it, dude, I wish I could be a trickster because tricksters have so much fun in life, bro. They have so much. They have so much fun. They laugh, and what's better than laughing?
You don't you
Oh,
don't feel like you're having fun?
I hate games. I hate games.
Oh.
Games is just a way to prove someone's better than somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
They need
better
to
than
know that.
anybody else because I like it's sad when you see people being defeated, Jeff. It's never fun to watch people being defeated.
Well,
Constantly.
you and I had fun on here before. We used to have fun sometimes.
Until I
Or it
felt I
seemed
was
like
being
you were having
defeated.
fun.
Until I felt defeated.
Oh.
And that's why I left. I felt defeated. I felt like I couldn't move forward. I couldn't move forward in our way to communicate.
Yeah.
And it seemed like, and now I know that my chats in the comment section weren't helping me communicate because they were vibing wrong. And there's something I can do about a chat, right? It's hard to vibe a chat, and I really did show a lot of grace. Like before my comments could have just tore you apart if I wanted to, like just start. Well, why is this that? I could have been just so feral in my comments. You know, like I could have been like what I was a year ago in my Pharaoh call. Jeff, you're wrong.
I remember
And
the
instead
Pharaoh.
of just like suggesting, no, Jeff, you're wrong. You know, like it's it's just timing. Everybody has their time. Maybe you don't want to do vertical right now, but maybe in a year when everybody else is doing vertical and you're like the only person not doing it, you might just go, you
I've
know what?
never been one to do what the crowd just because the crowd's doing. Never have I been that way.
And
I've
I
never
was
looked at the crowd for what I should be doing.
and I was the same way, and that's one of the things that held me back. So we just don't
Not
want to
going with the
see
crowd.
not yes, and not adapting to what to
And
that's all it
if
was.
anybody cares to look at my channel and find out for themselves, I've done verticals before. I have plenty of verticals. I used to
And
do an evening show that was nothing but vertical. So I have enough experience with it to feel like I've given it a fair evaluation. So when I say, yeah, vertical is not going to work for me, that doesn't get respected. I get called stubborn and that kind of stuff. Like that.
I'm the same way. I don't want to get a PC for my gaming streams, but I know if I got a PC, my gaming streams would be 10 times better, 100 times better. But I'm the same way. I'm stubborn in that way where I don't want to get a PC for gaming. I gotta admit that. No problem. No problem. But that's here and there. You know, like I said, I'm totally happy with this type of streaming. I think it's personally better, horizontal. And if you like it, that's fantastic, Jeff. And this is where you want to be.
Well,
You
most
enjoy
of
the
my stream is
layout.
people focused, so it gives me way more room to have people screen real estate for people and to have the focus be the humans instead of trying to see this little tiny vertical column on your screen. And
Hmm.
then it gives me a chance to do things with the backgrounds. There's just many, many reasons why this is better for me. And I don't feel like I have to rationalize or justify my creative choices to anybody um, to defend being called stubborn. Like that's it. Not only is it trickster, it's kind of that tribunal thing too, where I'm now put on trial, and then I have to defend whether I'm stubborn or not. And I'm not doing that anymore. I'm when I say last night brought me to the edge of the bullshit and it woke me out of something, I'm serious. My I don't have the same patience that I came here with before yesterday. So I
And,
might become more of an asshole, actually.
and thank you for sharing that. That's what you needed to do. That's perfect. That's perfect, dude. I got kicked out of the kitchen the other day. It was hilarious. I was over at Thanksgiving and I showed up a little late, so everybody was doing their things and had their jobs, and I just showed up and I was like, well, maybe I can clean some dishes or do something. But these people weren't very good at micromanaging. So instead of using me, they were like, just get out of here. I'm like, well, that's your fault. And then I saw them wasting time doing things. And there's
Oh
literally,
no.
and there's that moment where the lady's like, oh, just get out of here. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go watch YouTube then. I tried to be a part of this thing, and there's nothing I can do. And then the next day, the people come up to us, we're sorry we did that. We didn't mean to do that. I was like, dude, it's water off a duck's back. You did what you thought was necessary in the moment, and I got to enjoy YouTube and not work at all. It was kind of nice. It was their, you know what I mean? They couldn't micromanage. That's fine.
Well, you were
So
okay with it? Like, you didn't have to sit on
yeah,
the sidelines and
I loved it.
irritate yourself by watching and not being able to do anything?
No, I
That
think I watched your
powerlessness?
stream or Landry's stream, and then I got to eat a whole bunch of food for free and not do any work. I benefited for someone not knowing how to micromanage, dude. There's
Oh,
always there's always a spectrum of how to look at things, the positive and negative. Yes, I could have been the negative Nancy and said, you know what? These people are rude to me. I could have left. And that was actually my first option. You know what? I'm just going to go home. You don't want my
oh my
help? I'm
god.
going to go home. That was my first option, Jeff. That's me doing 70% of the work in my head before reacting. That was my first option. You know what, dude? Fuck these people. Like, honestly, I said that. I said, fuck these people. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to get some free food. I'm gonna go over here and sit and watch YouTube, and I'm just gonna sit here with a smile on my face. And when the food comes, I'm gonna get an extra plate. I'm gonna take a plate home. You know what I mean? Like I won that challenge. And it's always a there's that's what I mean. I played the game in my head of the scenario,
That's what I that's
and I see
exactly
you.
what I try to teach on here, is
And
like, that
I
initial choice may not be the best choice, and taking the time to figure out other options and then choosing a better one if there is one.
and and that's where I would like to. I think there's better options you could choose sometimes, and I think having a door, not having the door for flow there, not necessarily open, but there
Flo's
is
not
not.
at all. I don't know why you keep bringing him up because
Well,
people didn't hear me clearly when I said that one's over. So please, everybody, respect that. I'm very
well,
serious about it. And people have seen me drawn boundaries on here before, and they stick. So this is one of them. Conversation's not going to move this one. Flo came at my autism. He deliberately used it in an attempt to be as hurtful to me as he possibly could. That is a very low, I consider it evil thing to do. I consider that borderline evil. He was
okay.
trying to hurt and destroy and use something very close to my being to do so, all in an attempt to get at Landry. So I was a casualty in his war with Landry, and my autism was a casualty in his war with Landry that he was willing to sacrifice like that in a second.
Can I finish my analogy, or should we just move on?
Whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you where
Oh,
I stand on it. Like,
now, I know
so
you've.
if this is about like flow as an option, I'm just letting you know
No,
it's a
no.
bad example.
It's the idea that some people you can't avoid. So he's
I can
part of.
avoid him. Watch me avoid him.
Well, would you? I know you can avoid them, but for example, you're having a great time on Landry's panel, right? You're sitting there. This is future talk. This is hypothetical. We're just hypothetical in the moment. You're having a freaking great time at Landry's stream, and then Flo shows up. Are you gonna leave?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'll see. I would think that you might be able to
And I would
stay,
think that people that support me and what I'm doing would respect that
and
boundary
I
instead
respect
of
that.
trying like, oh, really? Are you and try to manipulate me out of it? Because if a friend came to me and said, hey, this guy did this and I'm gonna disaffiliate from him. So if he's on panels, you might see me drop off. I'd be like, oh yeah, cool. Do what you got. I understand completely. Do what you gotta do. That's as far as it would go with them. I
Yeah,
wouldn't need to like try to persuade them or manipulate them out of a decision that I clearly understand why they made and that I respect.
and thank you for letting me
So I
finish
think
mine
people
out.
are just confused about why I made the decision. And I made a big post about it on my channel that y'all can go read. Weaponizing someone's autism is a very serious thing. And I take it very seriously. Not only is it a form of bullying, it's beyond bullying to me. And
Thank you.
so when I
Thank you.
said earlier today, like people that don't understand autism, I don't mean people that don't understand it. Like it confuses them. They don't understand how we think. I mean people that don't understand why it's such an important issue and like why I take it so seriously. And so when I draw lines around it, they're there for a reason. And people either have to respect it or get the hell out of my life. There is no other option. I'm not going to be manipulated, influenced, any kind of way to and all it does when people do that is it makes me feel like a boundary is not being respected or a norm that I need to hold for my own self is not being respected. And it's by people that come here and pretend to be supportive, but they can't do a simple thing like respect a boundary that I'm very serious about drawing. And it goes back to this general theme of disrespect that I feel from people in the panelverse. And I think I've just been insensitive to it for a while. I just haven't noticed the amount of disrespect that I tolerate. But last night really woke me up to it. And I'm hypersensitive to respect right now and
And
manipulation. I want open, honest communication. And I want my decisions that have only to do with me and not anybody else to be respected like I would respect any other sovereign adult's decision.
I respect your decision, and I'm wondering if this is a good time for like a chicken song to try to maybe
Yeah, you
change
want
the
to do
vibe.
that? Like an
Yeah, that's what I'm
intermission?
thinking. Maybe like a chicken song, because I'm trying to think of something to change up a bit. Because I respect your decision with Flo, and I think it's good that I think you've explained it to me several times, and I'm listening, and it's time to move on. And I think a chicken
Okay,
song is a
because you
great
had
way to
brought it
move
up as an
on.
option. I just wanted to like cut it off as not to
You
set
did,
any false expectations with
and
anybody that it was any sort of serious option. So
the
that's
only
how
thing I
that
can
conversation came
the
up.
only thing I can think about is just going to another deep conversation about another topic I can't think of right now. That's why I think a good
Well,
chicken song.
let's do the cow and chicken and reset. I'm gonna go grab a refill, take a pee,
What
that kind of stuff,
what are you
and I'll
drinking?
come back.
Coffee?
Do what?
You drinking coffee?
No, not this late. Just some water.
All right. All right.
All right, I'll be back. Here is
Yeah, man.
swimming to China. That doesn't look like, no telling what to expect from this one. Let's hear it.
Cowabunga.
Oh, I like it. It reminds me of Queen.
Down on the sand where the ocean sighs, two brown friends beneath orange skies. A chicken named Cluck, a cow named Moo, watching the sun dip, turning the water blue. Another day done, another tide rolls in. Thinking about a journey, where do we begin? From this quiet shore, a thought starts to bloom. Leave this old pasture, escape this humdrum room. Heard about a place where the waves crash tall. Real bay calling, giving us a call. Oh, we can't take it, 'cause we ain't got toes. But we gonna hang something anyway. The whole wide world knows, yeah, we can't take it, 'cause we ain't got toes. Let's start swimming, baby, where the current flows. Chicken got wings, but they're not for the sea. Cows got hooves, not designed for the free. Paddle stroke rhythm across the big blue to Hainan Island, a brand new point of view. They say Rio Bay, it's the place to be. A surf community, wild and free. From this quiet shore, a dream starts to ignite. Leave behind the farm, step into the light. Heard about a place where the legends rise. Rio Bay waiting in our hopeful eye. Oh, we can't hang ten, 'cause we ain't got toes. But we gonna hang something anyway. The whole wide world knows that we can't hang ten, 'cause we ain't got toes. Let's start swimming, baby, where the currents flows.
Man, this rocks.
Across the great ocean, where the currents roll wide, a chicken and a cow, with nothing left to hide. Each stroke, each flutter, a promise in the sky, towards that distant sunrise, and Rio Bay, the vast blue canvas, beneath the starlit dome, calling them onwards to a new surf home. No more green pastures, no more dusty storm, just the endless ocean and some freedom call. Oh, we can't hang ten, 'cause we ain't got toes, but we gonna hang something
We ain't got toes.
anyway. The whole wide world knows, yeah, we can't hang ten, 'cause we ain't got toes. Let's start swimming, baby, where the current flows to ride you back.
Wow. That was good. That was like a classic rock anthem.
It was good. It is like an anthem. AI has some interesting tunes. They know how to capture an audience. They have a
They
good
know
vibe.
us pretty well.
It's a
It's
good vibe.
scary how much they know us.
So LC, I believe his name is Lincoln Kane, an Australian who does live streams, and they
Never heard. I'm gonna
party.
look him up right now. Never heard of him.
He parties, dude. If you can hang out there, that's a good opportunity to meet some new
Like,
people.
is it gonna be like the Panelverse crowd or?
It's just like it, but Australian and more
Oh,
world,
what's his name?
more world.
Lincoln.
Lincoln
What?
Kane, LC. He goes by LC, but I think it's Lincoln Kane. That's why it's LC. And he's a really, really interesting, good. Like he's got great vibes. Controls the room. He's like flow state, but better.
Is it nobody that you know? Is that what he goes on?
Well, I don't know. I haven't been on Lincoln Kane stream in a long time. It's one of my first streamers.
Does he wear shades and like
Yep,
bling and stuff?
yep,
Yeah,
yep,
he's sick.
yep. He dresses like a 40-year-old rapper, or like an
He does
80-year-old
kind of.
rapper.
Yeah, you're right. He's kind of an Australian flow.
Yeah, but like he's good. Lincoln's cool. He's got great. He's got a lot of grace. Like he deals with a lot of stuff, and somehow he can drink, or it's somehow he puts down bottles, bro, and just sits there. And I don't know. It's very he puts on a good show. It would hard if you had to compete against Lincoln LC. It'd be almost like tough. He's got a good crew behind him. He's got editors.
Maybe I'll watch him to see if there's anything I could learn from him. How many? Wait, this one. I don't think I have his channel. I think I have like a restream channel or something. There's only 92 subscribers.
Well, he's been canceled several times because
Oh, so
people
this
show
could be
up.
his channel.
They show up, and then all of a sudden, someone does a booby flash. You know what I mean? Or someone it's just he's always getting canceled because they're live streams and things happen live.
And he doesn't vet. He just lets whoever on.
Yeah. He doesn't really vet.
I wonder. He may not even have his channel because all I'm seeing is other people streaming, like hate streams of him.
Oh, interesting. Well, anyways, that's what I mean because people get mad. They get
Yeah,
mad
I
because
bet he
it's the
got it.
same
Look,
thing.
Flo's on one of them. Is that Flo? Wait,
It's the exact
no.
same thing, Jeff.
It's somebody else that look. Wait, is that Flo?
That's what I mean. It's very identical. It's like The Office.
Oh yeah, Flo's up on there.
Australian,
He's already...
bro. Yeah, and look at he deletes all his shows, but then he'll do he used to do a show, and then his show would go into an
like
after
half
show.
the panel has shades on.
Yeah, it's like a dive bar for streamers, dude.
Oh,
No, it wasn't even for streamers. But you definitely could clout chase off of people. Use Lincoln to clout chase, LC to clout chase because he would bring in like 200, 300, 400 viewers a night. So you show up, and if you're cool enough, those people would follow you to your channel. So it'd be like, you know what I mean? It was a clout. A lot of people use.
End up being cool enough.
Yeah, it's a lot. I was there for clout chasing, and it just wasn't.
What? I was going to ask you about clout chasing if you've done it, and do you have any tips? Like, how does it work?
Yeah,
you find a bigger name and just attach yourself to it either through drama or conflict or affiliation.
I was negative clout chasing in the past because I did, I was a negative person, and so my whole I grasp of things was just negative. And I haven't done anything towards YouTube in a long time. But yeah, I mean, everybody wants to clout. I wanted my channel to grow as fast as possible. So I was trying to do things other YouTubers were doing. I was trying to get in their chats and donate. See if I get noticed by a donation. You know what I mean? Call out,
I never even thought of that.
You know what I mean? Like you could
just
donate.
now when you said it, that people could use chats to try to get noticed.
Yeah. Like, for example, if you get in a chat and you're real positive, next thing you know, you get a wrench, and then you can drop your link. And like, you could play the game of being a simp, of going someplace and trying to try to be a fan. You try to be a fan, and then once you're a fan, then you're like, well, I'm going live too. And then once that person isn't live, those people who enjoy that same content, it's like, well, I'll go check out this guy who's positive over here. I'll go hang out and support his stream. So yeah, I used to try to clout chase, and that was the wrong way of doing it. The best way of doing it is just to create good content.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
You know what I mean? Because you don't have to worry about anything else besides yourself and what you produce and how you know, like, and that's where I'm like stuck right now. And I honestly, if I'm gonna do this whole live stream thing, I'm just gonna hit live and not really pay attention to stream and just live my life because like I have to keep in shape, so I can't stop from working out. You know, I can't sit here for 4 hours and not work out. I have to do some kind of workout. I can't sit here and not learn, like, learn something. So I can't sit here for 4 hours just trying to project something and be an entertainer. I have to still take care of myself, eat, do my laundry, do my chores, and do stream at the same time while having a 9 to 5. So I figure if I'm gonna hit live, I'm gonna hit live. And maybe someone shows up. But I'm gonna go work out, play some video games, talk to someone in the chat, and just kind of do my normal routine and let it just go instead of trying to host a show. Let it just go.
I like that idea. You could stream yourself doing your laundry. I
That's
bet
what I
that would.
mean. Just let it go
That's
like
kind
a
of what
troop.
Landry's like. Do he like get out there and get off the
Yes,
chair and go show like outside or go
like a
show
Truman
something
show
besides your
almost, dude.
room?
You know what I mean? Instead of being a host and trying to entertain people and do all this, do the Truman Show.
Yeah, we're trying to like make you figure out what's possible with YouTube and like try to find ways to make it more than what it is right now. And so far, we're coming up with what I think are some pretty creative things. But
I'm
that would
really
be
hoping.
another one to like instead of a panel, just stream you living your life, and you
Yes,
could like come and say hi to the camera every now and then.
that's what I mean. Like I gotta do my. I have to live my. I have. Like, I can't just sit here in front of a camera for hours. I have to do other things. And so, in order to be the best version of myself, like I said, I just can't sit here in front of a camera. So, and I'm not into video games. I just haven't found a good video game. So I can't. I'm not really pushing towards the video game side anymore. So it has to be some kind of live stream thing. That's the only way to get back on YouTube for me because I'm not a video editor. I'm not a content like that kind of person. So I'm more of a live content creator.
Yeah, me too. Turn
So
the camera on. That's my content. And but then so you're just trying to figure out things you can do instead of video games that you could stream.
yeah, the best way I can put it is I'm a tiger in the grass right now, looking for a chance to jump. And when I'm jump, it's gonna be hitting the spot, right? It's gonna be at the right spot. I'm not wasting my time doing all these other things. I'm conserving energy and waiting till I have the right until everything clicks and then boom, pounce. Like I said, I think that's gonna happen soon. Right now, I think I just gotta move some things around so I can just focus more of my budget towards streaming. Like get a computer, get a legit camera, get legit mic, and get
Oh,
a
I didn't know you didn't have all that. Let me look at you now because that looks pretty.
well, I have a headset mic.
Oh, right there. Because
Yeah, I
your
have a
camera
headset mic,
is that
and then this,
1080p.
yeah, and then this, yeah, that's a 1080p camera, and this is a laptop. So, I mean, I could use that.
It
A lot
looks
of
good.
people
It looks
use
better
less.
than like a lot of the YouTubers.
So,
It's
yeah, and
it's
then,
crisp. It's sharp. It's clear.
and I could totally do that soon. It's just, it's one of those things. It's like, all right, when I do it, you just got to commit because, people as a streamer, they get connected to you and they almost need they don't need your show, but it becomes a habit in their life. Like family. You
Who
become family, bro.
becomes who?
Family.
Oh, fam. Oh, God.
I know that sounds weird,
I guess
but
yeah. It
community, what is community? A tribe. What is tribe? A big family, bro. You know what I mean? Like
it's the
it all
people you spend your time with.
in the most
They
time
say
with.
that you're the five people you spend the most time around is who you are. And so it's the people you spend your time with.
I agree. I agree. And I'm trying to find people to hang out with. And I'm really glad that I see that you show more grace towards me so I can hang out with you, Jeff. I appreciate that because you do have
Yeah.
a high quality of intelligence that's fun to interact with. I mean, there aren't that many smart people who have a chance to sit down and talk. They're usually working or taking care of a family or have their hobbies. You know what I mean? Like this is you. You want to talk to people. This is your hobby. So this is I mean, I'm trying to expand on that.
And I have the same thing you have. Like I get misinterpreted in text all the time, and people like get my text vibes wrong. And so now, like now that I'm aware, I'm definitely gonna try to give yours the most generous reading possible.
Oh, no worries, dude. We all have our days. Like I said, it's all about taking the time in the moment. But if you can, let's go ahead and put both of us back on stream.
Oh, where? Hey, what
Where'd you
happened?
go,
Oh,
bro? Brother.
was I gone the whole time? Oh no, I blew it up to see your camera.
Yeah, you said you
Okay,
can
I
show the
remember.
camera and like my setup, and then I was like, "Well, I'm just hanging out
How
by
long has
myself.
he
Like, I don't
been
mind, but
on the?
this is your show, brother." And I can tell you forgot.
That was very meta. The guest narrating the show
Yeah,
for the host that's not even on it.
I don't blame the pony. Yeah, and then I don't know, dude. It's just no. I want to appreciate more time with people, and so thank you. Your time is appreciated.
Well, thank you. This has been very valuable.
Do, 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 do.
And there's plenty of people that do workout streams, so you could at least incorporate your workout routine into
That's what I
something
mean.
live. That would be easy to do.
Well, I have to because it's just something I personally think everybody should do. If you have the time and the physical ability to better your body, I think you'll have a longer life. I mean, I've seen people who don't do it, and they seem to get really small and fragile as they get older. And the people who work out seem to be retaining a lot of muscle mass and youth up to their 80s. And that's just from my family experience and watching people on YouTube. The people who run or do some kind of workout are just living great lives. Have you noticed that at all? What do you notice about people? What interests you about people, Jeff? Do you
Their
look at
stories.
people? Their stories.
Yeah. I love knowing who they are, like how they grew up, what their life was like, and their relationship stories, like
Is
with the different people in their lives.
That's brilliant. Is there somehow you can get people to inspire people to talk about their stories?
I try to. We have the campfire. We had like every night we have the community campfire, and the idea is to come and sit around the campfire, and it's story based. We don't want to chit chat. We want to get to know you. We want to hear your stories, open up, like be vulnerable, talk about something important to you, etc. And it's a way to like peel back that surface layer and start getting to know the people. But very few people come. We get like maybe 2 or 3 people.
Yeah. So what do you do when you don't have stories? Are you interested maybe looking up like sharing stories that you know about that were good that you think we haven't heard of? Exploring stories that you've read about that you thought stuck out from your past that you want to share with us? Is there a good
Um,
author that stuck out? Like I want to share their story when we don't have conversation that you can go, hey, this was a page from the book I thought was a good moment that I thought you guys might want to hear.
Yeah, I do little things like that. I feel like I've told almost all my stories at least 10 times each over the years, but the AI can also help. Like if I need prompts or something, I can ask Charlie like, "Hey, do you have story prompts or question prompts or something like that?" And then sometimes that will generate new stories to tell.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause it's hard to get stories out of people, and like I said, it's hard to get people to show up. So it's like, oh, we can go over the same 5 stories in 4 hours. And then what are you doing tomorrow? Yeah, I've told a lot of the same. Yeah. Hey, welcome, Belt Loop 29.
Yeah,
Fat
welcome.
rabbits. Welcome.
I'm both. I'm a talker and I love to listen. If somebody's telling an interesting story, I can sit and listen for hours, just take it in. But if no one's telling a story, I can also monologue for an hour and a half or 2 hours if I need to. Oh, we used to do, especially like on holidays, I would do all day streams. I've gone 11 or 12 hours, whatever the StreamYard limit is. I
Ah,
I
the other
kind of keep mine, they're open ended because they're panels, so it's like whoever shows up and however long they end up going. So I'm I show up prepared to be flexible. Sometimes I go an hour, sometimes I go 5 or 6 hours, just depending on what's going on. Oh wow. I think
That's
my
awesome.
limit was, I think the 12-hour one was a limit because of that StreamYard limit. So it's a natural breaking point to stop.
Bell Loop, you're invited to come up if you've done
But we
live
used to
stream.
do 11-hour book clubs on Zoom from Twitter with my Twitter people. We would do book clubs through Zoom, and they would end up lasting 11 hours.
So talking about stories, it is Christmas time. Do you have a good Christmas story from the past?
A good Christmas story.
I don't really have any good ones. Like I remember one Christmas, like the very first Christmas of like you knowing where your presents were and like finding out what they were before. And it was just like, yes, I'm getting the PlayStation 1. Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, mine was
You
the
know what I mean?
Atari. Because
Oh,
I used to
okay.
play hooky from school, and they kept it under the bed wrapped, and I would unwrap it very carefully and take it out of the box and hook it up to the TV and play the games, and then very carefully put them back in their boxes and wrap and put the Atari back and wrap it. And I don't think my family ever knew to this day that I played that Atari so many times before we opened it under the tree. And so there's even a picture of me like opening it and like looking fake surprised, like, oh wow, it's the Atari. And I had already played all the games.
So you really think your parents didn't know like you were opening up and playing? Like you really think?
No, I don't think they did.
That's
They didn't even know I was
amazing.
playing hooky. Like I missed 20. That they wanted to expel me. That's how I ended up in the school that I went to. I missed over 20 something days of school, and they had no idea. Like they eventually ended up calling my mom after 20 something days, but they let the school themselves let it go on for a while.
Oh, Belt Loop would like to come up but at work. Okay. All right. All right. Interesting. Interesting.
Oh, what? No way. Are you serious? I'm a peer counselor, and I'm one of the people that thinks police officers do not receive enough support for themselves to do their job, to keep going, being good police officers. And in fact, when I worked for this disability agency, I was partnering with our local, it was the Seattle Police Department. It was the same department that the Chaz got, like they got taken over and the Chaz formed. It was that same department. I was partnering with them on an autism project to like educate them more about autism so that when they're out in public and they see people acting weird, they don't automatically assume they're criminals. So I'm very interested in talking to police officers and mental health. And Belt, I'm live almost every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. So next time you see me, definitely come up if you want. Oh, well, let me take a look at your channel. Is it Belt Loop? Let's see what you're about. See, this is a content creator coming on somebody's panel.
Yeah. Does anybody else have a really good Christmas story? Oh man.
Do you?
Like I said, no, I was the first one who said it. I said I went and the first time I went and found my Christmas presents before Christmas. I was so stoked to know I got a PlayStation 1.
Oh, right. Oh, I thought that was
Yeah.
just an example of a. Oh,
No,
that
that was
wasn't.
mine, and then you bounced off of mine, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, no, it was in a closet. It was just in the coat closet, and I was just like, "What is this?" And I looked at it, and I was like, "No way, PlayStation 1." And then, I don't remember the game.
All right, I think I found your channel, Belt Loop. Hang on.
So
Here, where I am in Washington State, they have the social work cops that go out with the police. They wear like the police vest, but they say social worker instead of police. And then they can go and like talk to the people and do a soft de-escalation if they need to. Yeah, you can keep the camera off. I don't care. I don't mind.
yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm not.
Yeah.
As long as you don't porn bomb me, I'm not picky about that.
So no,
Which
has
you better
anybody?
not, because your channel looks way too cool to be a porn bomber.
Speaking about Christmas, have you been out yet? Have you heard any Christmas music? I haven't heard any Christmas music yet.
I did at work because they put all. I had a retail job for a while, and they put up all the Christmas stuff early, and so we had the Christmas music going. We got to actually help put up the trees and decorate them, and like this, all that was fun. I got my taste of Christmas very early.
I kind of want to be that guy at work who starts the Christmas music, just to be that guy, just to be that trickster.
There was one coworker that she had this plan. It was Bluetooth, like to use her Bluetooth to hijack the store radio and start pumping in personalized Christmas. She was so into Christmas. She's like, I am taking over this music channel and we're having Christmas music. I have it all set up.
I enjoy Christmas. I don't know. I enjoy it. I find it a good holiday. I used to hate it because it's like, oh, capitalism. Why are people so jolly when the world's going to hell right now? There's people starving. Why are you all happy? I used to be so.
The world's not going to hell for them. They're happy. They're enjoying their holiday.
Yeah, that bum loves being outside in the cold. He chose to be there. He loves it.
Yeah, I think it's some of the best of capitalism. It's the best that capitalism has to like. What a magical time of year! It's capitalism done right. I love the Christmas spirit.
Cool. Are you gonna put up?
And
any
y'all
kind
better not shit on it this year. I'm serious. I don't want any Scrooges, spoil sports.
Are you gonna put up any decorations in your studio?
I have a little tree I usually put up. In fact, I usually do it after Thanksgiving, which we are in. So maybe tomorrow I'll put the tree up.
That's a great stream idea, dude. Put
Oh,
it on my
like do it
Christmas
live?
tree. Yeah, that's a
It's one of
great
those
stream.
little plug-in. It's like already mostly decorated. You just plug it
Dude,
in.
we're starting Christmas stream. Bam. That's a good stream you are, right? That's a positive, good stream that people would show up to, dude.
I might do that then.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
we have two guests. Let's get Belt Loop up here.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I'm gonna do the overlay just to be safe, but hey, Belt
That's
Loop.
fine. Hey, I get it. StreamYard, you obviously had the paid version because you do not get the overlay with the free version.
Yeah, please don't pour about me. I love your dog. And welcome, Goblin.
Hey man, I see the goblins in the background. I love it.
Oh,
Cool.
the Goblins. Oh, in where? Phillips?
So let me hang on a second. Let me go through. I'm just wanting to see a little bit more about your channel. I'm new to your channel. I just found you today through the through the live through the homepage, but also on the live tab. So just
Are you sure you're like a random YouTuber that just ended up here?
Yeah.
Wow, that almost never happens. That's cool.
Yeah. And I see that in 2 days you will have your 5-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah. Because I actually started my channel 2.5 years ago, but I had the channel I created it 5 years ago, and I didn't start using it till 2.5 years ago. So it looks like the channel's 5 years old.
Jeff, you're still going authentic. I love it.
Well, the fact is that when you started your account happens to be on my birthday. But
Oh,
that kind of stands out to me a little bit anyhow.
well,
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. You've got 1.17 thousand subscribers, 1,090 videos, and you currently have 188,653 views. Do you primarily do live streams?
yeah, mostly like open. Sometimes I'll do like a topic, a mental health topic, or personal growth or something, and then I'll open a panel. And sometimes it's just straight open panel, but it's very panel based and conversation based dialogue.
Hey, I get that. That's mostly what I've been doing for the last, 3 years, I guess.
Well, tell me a little bit about you. It sounds like you have an interesting background.
I guess so. To me, it seems boring, but that's just because I live here. I am a police officer, did not become a police officer until I got 50 years old. I had 30 years in sales basically before I came to work here. I was looking for something that meant more, had more significant, more more justification. I don't know, had more meaning to it.
Mhm.
You know, and at the time, I guess when I came over here, I was an assistant manager at a appliance and electronics store. Um, I when I first started doing this, pretty early on, I met a really good friend by the name of Eddie, and he has a channel down in Texas. If you'd like to look up his channel, it'd be the @ symbol and
He'll
Devil
be in
Dog.
Dallas by any chance, would he?
No, he's out and down near Houston.
Oh, okay.
And
What's his name? What do I look for? Eddie.
no, if you're going to look it up in YouTube, look it up at the @ symbol and Devil Dog.
Devil Dog?
Yeah, Devil Dog. DEVILDOG.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see the Texas logo.
Yeah, that's my buddy, and I've gone down to see him a few times, but I met him on here. We've become really good friends. We used to have a show called the Good Cop Bad Dog Show. Don't do it anymore. But I'm still on his live streams. He's still on mine. I guess we've been doing this for together 3.5 years, I guess.
Oh, wow. What is your show about?
Nothing. It's kind of like Seinfeld. You know, we don't have a. I'm just being honest with you. We ain't got a particular topic. I guess mostly our lives, conversation.
So y'all just like open a stream and hang out.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. I do have a channel. You're going to think when you see it that it is a troll channel. It is not a troll channel, but I am going to come in and say hello with and I will subscribe with it. It's going to take a minute, I guess, to make, because you have it on subscribers mode.
I'm nervous, but since you threw in a subscription, I guess I'll.
Well, I did a live stream earlier today. In fact, I think I titled it, if I remember correctly, Trolls on Panel. And because my friends, I tend to hang out with a bunch of smart alecks. And all my best friends tend to be that way. So they were giving it to me pretty good today. And during the live stream, it was a little over 2 hours, maybe 2:29:29. I have an obsession for some reason with the number 29. And I just said hello.
This is a perfect example of why it's going to be awesome when we get the New World Order. We get all of the numbers. Yes.
Well,
I think I'm the token straight guy at this point, Fats.
well, I'm pretty straight. I mean, we keep things family friendly on my channel. I'm from Mississippi, in case y'all can't tell.
Oh, I'm from Louisiana.
Sweet. What part?
Like by Texas, kind of southwest Louisiana, the Cajun part. And
Okay. Would that be anywhere near Sulphur?
Oh my
Sulphur
God, dude, that's where I grew up.
Okay. I've got another friend of mine that's a YouTuber in that area. A couple of them.
No way.
Rolling Smoke
Hook us
Barbecue
up.
and Southern Boy Prepper. They're from. They're just outside of exit. What is that? Exit 20, 21.
Yeah, you get to the exits. Yeah. Where are you from? Oh, outside of exit 20.
I am in Mississippi, up around the central part.
Mississippi is one of my favorite states. What part?
Around in Florence, Rankin County, just outside of Jackson.
Oh, okay, kind of up. Because we used to do a lot of hiking and canoeing in Mississippi, and it's just beautiful out there. And like Clark's Creek in that area.
It is beautiful around here. I'm not particularly familiar with Clark's Creek, but it is awful hot in the summer and not normally too cold in the winter, but it's kind of chilly tonight. But yeah, if you want to look up Rolling Smoke Barbecue, I think that's his channel name. Let's see.
Is
Rolling
that
Smoke.
YouTube Police? Is that you, Roland?
No, that's not me. That's a friend of mine by the name of Rob. He is,
Oh, okay.
you know,
It's not the actual YouTube Police. Okay.
no, the
Um,
YouTube police is me.
is it Kevin
YouTube,
Kelly's barbecue joints?
I don't know Kevin Kelly's barbecue joints. I've shopped at a time or two. YouTube police is me.
Roland Smoke.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get to it where I can, but it takes the chat to the chat box to load here.
Because you're on your phone.
Well, I'm on the phone, but I'm at a computer at work. I'm at work right now, and so.
Are you? I work at the cop job.
Yeah, I'm at work at a mental institution right now.
Wait, we have a live cop calling from. Like, you're actually. Oh my god, this is so exciting! Wow.
Well, the truth is, I mean, we do have one call going on, but it's nothing one of our officers can't handle. I'm the supervisor up here, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm honored. I respect what you do. Thank you for your service.
Well, thank you. We don't get enough of that sometimes. But yeah. Let me see if Rob. I happen to be. I can't chat with that one because I am a manager for his account, but I don't really go in there very often. I thought I'd be able to, but that's not going to work. But Rob also look up Southern Boy Prepper.
Seven what?
Southern Boy Prepper.
What's the last word? Seven boy.
Prepper. PREPPER.
I'm not coming up with anything. I'm probably not getting the name right.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me spell it for you, and just put it up.
Okay.
Let's look it up by the handle, which is easier to do, because you get handles there are specific. Many people will have a channel with the same name, but when it comes to handles, they're each unique, like a snowflake.
Right.
All right, it's all going to be one word or one with no spaces. SOUTHERNBOY P as in Paul, RE P as in Paul ER 3252.
Man, oh my god, he's from Louisiana. He even has his address in his thing.
Yeah, he's from Quincy.
I had family from that little town. I know
Cool.
exactly where it is. I used to go visit.
He's a good guy. I don't know that he does a lot of videos these days, but I know that he and Roland Smoke are from the same area. And I got a buddy of mine, Devil Dog. He's from a little town called Dayton, which is not too far from Louisiana. And that's who I go down and see pretty regularly. But there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people over there in his neck of the woods. I mean, Pafford, Homestead, T-Rock, Biddles, and such. You got
for more panel.
Yeah, a lot of people that outdoors with Big Matt. You have Southern, Texans Down Under. You've got, I mean, we know a lot of white Whistle Stop Homestead. There's just a lot of people. Small channels.
It's like a whole new sector. It's like the with the southern sector.
Well, we know people all the way around the world. If you want to look up Radio Jones, he's our friend that's over in Tasmania. We've been doing this long enough to where, like I said, we've been doing it 3.5 years, and we tend to find other small channels, such as yours. And Desert Living is from out in Cali area. So is Bulldog. So is, we know people really all over the United States. And a lot of times they'll come in and they'll just shoot the breeze, have fun. A lot of people seem to think our channel or think our live streams are funny. I guess I get that,
I guess Exiled knows you. Exiled one. Hey, Exile.
It wouldn't surprise me. Let's see. Good to see you as well. I mean, I don't know if I don't remember that name off the top of my head, but then again, I have brain farts all the time. Um,
So
I
y'all have
had
like a
somebody.
whole little community or network or sector going on.
We do. We have a pretty good sized community, and
Good.
it's been our
Feel it.
experience that typically, if a small channel is looking to get monetized, there are ways of doing it. Um, myself and Eddie are both monetized. A lot of our channels that are in our community are monetized. It doesn't pay much, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure it's worth the effort. But it is fun, and so as a hobby, I enjoy it. But it's not hard to get monetized if you're connected with a group of people that are looking to help. But that's not really the point of what we were talking about here, and I'm sorry if I distracted.
No, I'm fascinated that this is even out there. Um, yeah, well, what did you want to talk about? Like the mental health stuff?
I really don't talk about work. I can't talk about most of it anyhow because of
Right.
HIPAA law.
Yeah, we wouldn't want you to anyway. That's being responsible as a cop.
But I'm more than happy to talk about YouTube. In fact, um, if anybody has a small channel that they're interested in learning, I mean, for example, if you wanted to know more, and this is really two different areas of YouTube, but some people are interested in the tech area of how to use OBS, how to get the most out of StreamYard, or to be honest with you, we used to use StreamYard. We don't use it anymore. It costs too much. So we've moved over to EV Mux. It's more OBS based, and you can still do an overlay just because the way it's set up, and you can hear people that are in the basement. So that if they're sitting there saying, when I was using StreamYard, to be honest with you, a lot of times I wouldn't see people in the basement, green room, whatever you want to call it.
Because they don't have a green room, and EvMux does.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the same as StreamYard. It's got a place where you can add people to the screen or not, to the panel. But EVMux is based on like OBS, and OBS is different. I guess are you familiar with OBS?
I tried to use it. I couldn't figure out what to do with it. I know a lot of people that do use it, but I've never figured out what I can do with it yet.
That's at Bello 29. I don't have a business channel. It's just a personal channel. I am a YouTuber that I don't doubt that I'm subscribed to Exile. The name sounds familiar. But I mean, I'm subscribed to probably over 1,000 people I know. But I try to support people that but I also go out to try and meet new channels like yours.
I'm so glad you stopped. I'm glad
it may
you did.
it may be something that you're interested in or not. I honestly don't
Philip
know.
and I were talking just before you got here about like how to grow channels in the direction you want them to grow, like how to find the people you're trying to reach, the type of content. Philip's kind of workshopping ideas to reboot his channel, and I'm trying to get my channel out to more people. So
Okay.
we're both kind of in a place where we're looking to do more with our channels.
There are several options, but I will tell you this: that this next Saturday, I don't know if you may not be able to make it because some people have prior engagements or whatever. But at 7:00, my buddy Eddie, this is the first Saturday of the month. Eddie will do what's known as a tech talk. He gets with Ralph over at Webb's Web. Devil Dog and Webb's Web will get together and they'll have a tech talk at 7:00. At an hour and a half later, I start a show with a buddy of mine by the name of Butler Family Farms. You may look him up as well. He should be easy to find. He's got about 115,000 subscribers. But his name will pop up a lot quicker than his name will pop up a lot. The more subscribers you got, the more likely they are to show you. So, but it kind of depends, because if you're looking at a particular niche or niche, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Yeah, well, I have a tendency, and I think the algorithm is pretty good about showing me some of the smaller channels because that's about all I click on. I don't really watch the bigger channels typically. Um, but if you're trying to grow in a particular niche, first of all, you have to find the niche.
Right. That's the hard part because there's like no map or phone directory on YouTube that tells you where all the channels are.
That's right. In fact, just because of that, even though, well, I'll say hello one more time with YouTube police. Hopefully you didn't ban it.
No.
Some, some,
No, I wouldn't. There you are.
some people think that is a troll channel, but if you look at it, it will show you that there is content. Now, one of the first things, let me ask you this: do you know how to follow one of the chat back to their channel?
If I have a ranch or if I'm the channel owner, I can.
That's right. But if you are the owner,
do it as just a viewer.
right, that is correct. You have to be a mod, or it has to be your channel or your live stream that you're going.
Of course, lately YouTube's been showing the channel names instead of the screen names.
Yep, that's true, and you should be able to if they're showing the handle, is what that's called. And if they're showing the handle, you can just copy and open another tab, place it in YouTube search, and it will bring up that channel. But not everybody, and I only ask, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be condescending whatsoever. I'm just trying to, some people don't have a clue how to do that, even though they've been doing this for years. And there's no reason why somebody should know it if they've never tried to do it. But I will also go through, because of the fact that I'm very familiar, and this may take a minute just because of the fact that, like I said, it takes a minute for this to load. And I will subscribe with my other channels just so I can I'll hit the like button as well. And I will say hello with a couple different other channels that I have. I've got,
is there anything we can do for you? Like, do you have some channels you want us to promote? Or?
I appreciate it. If you want to check them out, that's fine. If it's something that you might enjoy, do check it out. That's fine. But I'm not really that worried about it. It's been my experience. In fact, I was talking with another YouTuber earlier today that did a video, a live stream, said that they were quitting YouTube. The reason for it, I think, that most people go through a burned out area where they're really tired of doing YouTube. And so what ends up happening is they don't get the results they want quick enough. And that puts a lot of pressure on them. Even those channels that become monetized, they think that you have to maintain 4,000 hours. And true, they could get rid of you if you don't have 4,000 hours, maintained. The trouble is,
I'm trying to make this a career. I want this to be a full-time thing. I'm willing to put a lot into it to make it that way.
I think that's possible, but I think it's also difficult. And I think that for me, and this is just me personally, by the way, I said hello with my Belt Loop 29 eats out. That
wow, you got a lot. Your whole family. Oh, Caldy, do you know Caldy? He knows you.
I do know Caldy. Is Caldy in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, Caldy's awesome.
We hung out at Caldy's the other day. He was doing was it Grok Unhinged? That was one of the craziest things I've seen on YouTube yet.
Yeah, I like Caldy. I like going into his channel and hanging out sometimes. He's from North Mississippi. Let's see. I'll say, oh, that's wrong. For some reason,
Phil, how you doing?
Oh, that's the wrong one.
I'm doing good, brother. I'm just enjoying the chat. Just enjoying the chat. When the time comes in, I got some questions for Belt Loop when he has a chance.
Oh, well, you can have to answer what I can.
Well, one of the topics we brought up earlier today, and I'm kind of curious. Do you see vibes? do you see vibes in other people? Because like in your work, I bet you see a bunch of interesting people, and I was wondering, do you feel these vibes that come off these people? Because that's one of the things that Jeff and I are recognizing, that somehow people have these vibes or this energy they put off, and I bet you see, like I said, an interesting amount of energy, or do you even recognize it?
I don't necessarily see, what you call energy, and I don't know. I do think that you can read people. If you see
Yeah.
somebody starting to shake, they're about to throw a punch. Um, if you're, there are different things that you can do that to try and understand who you're dealing with. I don't know if there's. I mean, I don't believe myself. I guess it's possible, and like people seeing auras and stuff like that. That's not really my thing, though. I think
It's more what you said about reading people, like just kind of reading the room or feeling out the room and getting a sense of what's going on emotionally with each person. Kind of like you said about,
yeah, I think so.
I didn't
I
even know
think that
about the shaking part. That's probably where I got my nose punched.
by the way, I went ahead and said hello with my Homestead channel and my Cute Critters channel as well.
Oh my God, you got so
Thanks,
you're like a
brother.
one-man community
Oh,
yourself.
listen,
Well, the fact is that there is an algorithm out there, and it does make it easier on the algorithm if you have specific niche, whatever you want to call it, um, because it goes out and it finds other people. For example, you'll notice on my Belt Loop Cute Critters channel, the icon of the picture on it is the avatar, whatever you want to call it, is a Boston Terrier. Well, it just so happens that that channel is gonna when I show one of my Boston Terriers, it's gonna show more people that watch Boston Terriers or dogs or something like that. If you look at my food channel, my Eats Out channel, it used to be Can Cook, but when you only fix about 10, 12 different things, it's once you recorded those, what are you going to do? Record them over again? So, and besides, I'm not really in the cooking mode right now, anyhow. But
So you
I mean,
split your channel into separate mini channels.
yes, my first channel, which is the one I'm on, Belt Loop 29, was I started out, I guess, with gardening. Um, it was 2020 when I did my first video, and the reason for it was because I had never planted anything, but I was concerned about um, being able to provide for my family. And I'm not talking about my immediate family. I'm talking more along my brothers or what have you. As a police officer, I still got to go to work. I've got to show up. But my brother I have two brothers. Both of them are appraisers. And one of my brothers that was down here in Mississippi, hadn't had a job in a month. Hadn't had a job come in. It was its own company. Well, if you ain't got money coming in, he has 5 kids, so that weighed on me, and so I took a lot of stuff over there to him, and then we talked about starting a garden where you could grow food, and so from that point I got really into gardening and hadn't done much in the last year or two, but that's really what got me motivated. Well, the video,
And you would stream it. You would just stream your gardening.
I didn't even stream at that time. I didn't really know much about streaming. It was just loading up a couple of videos. I did a
You
couple.
like pre-record it and then upload it.
Yeah, I recorded a couple of videos and uploaded them. Although I wasn't at that time, it was more about I didn't want to have to write a journal, and I figured if I went through and did some videos about it, that would say, because other people were saying you should write a journal, and so I went through and shot a couple videos, uploaded them. Well, once you upload them, it's a treacherous thing that you go through when you're doing YouTube. You and not everybody goes through it,
In many
but,
ways.
but I mean, if you think about it, once you upload one, you want people to see it. You know, if nothing else, but to feel good, you want those endorphins to kick in or whatever it is that makes you, makes you happy.
Like looking at the numbers.
Yeah, I do. I like, my buddy
Like
Eddie hates
stuff.
numbers, but
Oh,
I like numbers. And so, I guess I started wanting people to see it. And then when gardening season was over, I says, well, I still kind of like making videos. So then I went in to start making videos about how to speak redneck or $5 words or, just things about communication and stuff like that. Anyhow, I guess, and then you get, at some point, most YouTubers reach a point of burnout. And I had so many.
what point does that have? Like how many years?
For me, it didn't take long, really. I think most YouTubers also go through a point where they're trying everything they can to grow their channel, and the issues that you run into there are fairly simple. I mean, YouTube will let you gain a few subscribers, then it'll knock you back down. Typically, I think I hit 1,000 subscribers like 3 times. But it's true. That is also true with most of the numbers, most of the levels. But it tends to hold fairly true with most of the folks I know. Let's just call it a truism. Once you've been beating your head against the wall for a while, then the larger you get, the easier it is to get subs, to get watch hours. There are a few things that help with watch hours as well.
Is there like some critical number that once you cross it gets easier?
No. I would say that typically it's hard work starting. And the longer you do it, it is incrementally easier. I'm sure there are those individuals out there that it's fairly easy to. By the way, a lot of the stuff that we're talking about is the kind of things that we're going to be going over on Saturday about 8:30 on my channel.
Oh yeah, let me. Is that Central Time?
That is Central Time, yes.
Okay, and that's PM, right?
PM, yes.
All right, I'm gonna put it on my calendar. Can I find it through is it your channel that I find it through?
You can, you'll be able to find it on this channel, Belt Loop 29.
All right, so I'm gonna put it on my calendar.
If you'd like to know more about technical stuff, like how to run OBS.
I just upgraded my equipment, and I'm having all kind of tech issues getting the sound working.
Then you probably ought to talk with Devil Dog and Ralph, Eddie and Ralph. They will have, I'm sure, an open panel that will help you troubleshoot that. They will be live at 7 o'clock. Ralph's channel is Webb's Web. Let me see if I can find his.
This is the coolest. Y'all have like a community that does service channels regularly. This is oh my god, Belt Loop. I'm so glad you showed up tonight. You're actually building a community on YouTube.
Yes, that's what we do. Webb's Web it's actually pretty simple. @ WEBBS WEB.
Wait, hang on. I wasn't there yet. At what?
WEBBS WEB, and the W's are capitalized. Although I don't know if that matters when you're dealing with
Webb's Web.
Yeah, I think his channel's about your size. Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
He's got a 1.19 thousand
Tech
subscribers.
tips and life wanderings. I'm gonna subscribe.
But I think he may have. Fewer videos if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, I got an email from YouTube that I'm in the 20% club. They said I have more content than 80% of YouTubers out there because I used to do like 2 or 3 streams a day, so I have a ton of videos.
I get it. And, with that much, you may actually have enough watch hours. Or, well, I see
Oh,
that
I'm
you
already
are.
monetized.
So there's, that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Are you at the 1,000 or the 4,000 level? I
What
would
happens
think
at 4,000?
Well, at 3,000, you have fan funding. At the
Oh,
4,000,
what is that? I thought it just ended at 1,000 and you get the ads and that's it.
well, it was that way, but they changed it to make it easier for YouTubers to become monetized on a fan funding level. Because at where we're at, it's a lot more profitable to do fan funding than it is have to have ad revenue sharing.
What is fan funding?
Fan funding, where you can have memberships and people can,
Oh,
join
yeah,
to become.
we have that. I have
Yeah,
memberships, like super
do
chats
too.
and stuff.
Right. That is fan funding. The
Oh,
ad
okay,
revenue,
yeah. This channel is mostly fan funded, if not completely.
that is typical, honestly, with your smaller YouTube channels.
Because I did have ads, but I ended up turning them off because I didn't really get a lot from them, and they were really annoying to the viewers. So I'd rather
Well,
just have the chat grow and not have the ads get in the way.
well, let me ask you this: at doing only fan funding, have you been pleased with your growth?
Huh?
I was just asking, are you pleased with your growth, or would you like the
No,
growth
I'd
at?
like more growth. At least numbers grow. Like I want to. I do a mental health channel, particularly men's mental health and like autism and stuff. So I want to reach the people that might. It's not really about numbers. It's just about trying to get in front of everybody that might want whatever this channel's trying to do.
Hey, I get that. I respect that. I was just talking to somebody today, like I said, that is stopping YouTube. Although she said she may go through and still do some live streams, but and she does have a monetized channel. In fact, she's got, I think, around 4.4 thousand subscribers. Um, the Rambling Peach. Let me see if I can find her. But that was, she's getting to the point where she's kind of frustrated, and her her handle is the @ symbol Carol with the C, CAROL 07643, and she's got 4.42 thousand subscribers. Most of those ads, though, people can skip. I never worry too much about it. I have them turned on.
I was probably getting less than $10 a month from ads.
Yeah, I get that. But the fact is, here's my way of looking at it. I would rather be paid through ads than I have memberships. And the reason why, memberships, super chats, that type of thing, that's people I know that are contributing to my stuff. I don't really like, and maybe it's just a pride thing. But I don't, my friends are my friends for a reason. It's not that I'm wanting them to buy me a drink or buy me, whatever. So I do have membership, and it is available for those people that want to show their appreciation for the channel. But, I don't really push it just because, I don't really care about the money. I am monetized, but I probably wouldn't be monetized if Eddie hadn't kind of pushed me to get monetized. I make more from one shift of overtime. Hang on.
Oh, because you have a job. Yeah, I was making more at my job too than YouTube.
What's that? 21.55.
Oh my god, that's so exciting. Should I take you off? Hang on. Should I mute you?
No.
Oh. Y'all,
Well, this is
was that a cop car?
this is exciting, Jeff. You
I
got
know.
a new
I'm sitting on the
friend.
edge of my seat.
I'm so glad that you went live and you stuck it out because this is the only way you can do it. And that's the one thing I differ with Landry. He's all about like the short power stream. I'm all about that turtle. Take your time.
He's done long. He did a really long with it. He was like streaming all day long the other day because he did like 2 or 3. He went on 2 or 3 panels back to back.
So to be
Well,
honest,
go ahead.
I thought Landry was trolling you the other day, bro,
Go ahead.
because he's so consistent with his 3 hours, right? And then you had your stream scheduled, but then you kept on moving it out, and I was like, "Well, is Jeff waiting for Landry to end so he can start?" But
No,
I
I
guess
have that was my tech
yeah,
issue.
you were having
It
tech
took like
issues,
almost
and
an
that's
hour to get the stream going because I had to keep figuring out how
the
to get the tech
narrative I
going.
made in my head. I was like, Jeff, I think he's trolling with you, bro.
Oh my god, YouTube makes people so paranoid.
My panel today I titled "Trolls on Panel" because my friends like to give me a hard time anyhow. Let's see.
Y'all have
I would.
trolls too?
Yeah, everybody has trolls. You know, now we have been really fortunate in that we hadn't had a troll in a while, but today we did get a few trolls. And I mostly make everybody in my stream, if they've got a channel, typically I make them a mod. Trolls get smacked down, pretty quick if they start something on my channel.
That's right.
You
That
can
was here.
you can use. Well, I was just looking. I didn't see a whole lot of I didn't see any trolls, but I also didn't see any mods. But that's hey, if
I
you
had
can
a
do it,
few, but I decided to just do all the modding myself because it, like I said, we had a troll problem for a while.
right?
And
I get that.
got some mods and they got taken care of, and we really haven't had a lot since. So I've been able to handle most of the modding on my own. So it was
Well,
just easier for me to just do it.
I get that. But here's the thing. And I'm not trying to tell you you should or shouldn't. It's far be it from me to tell anybody how to run their channel. But I can tell you why I do it. First of all, trolls do get smacked down, especially if you trust them. If they're in your week every live, you can guarantee that those individuals ain't out to hamstring. But also, I try to look at things from the perspective of those individuals that come into the live stream. And I have friends that will not hardly mod anybody, but from my perspective, it allows them to go and check out that other channel because if they're I don't see any StreamYard on here at the moment, which is another tool that you may be interested in adding at some point. StreamYard allows people to drop their links. And one of the things, because I don't have,
Really? Like without being mods?
Yeah. On my channel, you can literally go in, type 29, and hit enter. It will drop your link. You can type DD and hit enter. It will drop your link. You can type, StreamYard will drop their link. That way, people can share their channel while they're there. You can even make arrangements to where if somebody comes in, throws a whole bunch of emojis or something, it'll time them out or something. But we try to take off. Well, it is basically a bot. It is nightbot.tv or something like that. You have to.
Yeah, I think it had Nightbot. Someone told me about it, and I downloaded it, but I never ended up using it.
It's not really something you download. I don't think. And you have to put it in as a mod in your channel. Eddie helped me set up and Eddie's a lot better with the technical aspect of YouTube. I know some, but a lot of times what I know is based on either need or I don't typically try to learn a whole lot more than what I need to do, what I want to do. And so, but Eddie and Ralph, they're very technically minded, and you can go on. In fact, they'll let you come on panel and ask questions. If you have, something, Eddie's always talking with people on the phone and helping them straighten out their gear. So he's somebody you do want to get to know. I'm just going to tell you that up front. Um, and I would recommend joining his membership, even if it's not an expensive one, because he puts members above other people. Not that he, that's not a bad thing, but his purpose in YouTube and my purpose in YouTube are two completely separate things. He does YouTube to make money. I don't care about money, so I don't care about being monetized. None of that matters to me. And so, anyhow, but I would, he's got a membership that's inexpensive as $2. So if you can't, if somebody can't buy him a drink, that's not costing more than that for a Coke. But
I would definitely pay $2 to get my tech support working.
well, I'm just saying, get to know him, talk to him. If it is a channel that you want to support, then I would recommend joining his membership. He does, and I just know Eddie well enough to know, he does a lot for every one of his members, and it's not just mine. I've got memberships, but you know what? I'm not very good at it. I suck at YouTube. I know a lot about it, but I'm not a very good YouTuber, and part of that's because, well, I work a lot of hours. I don't have the time to do, a lot of the stuff that would be required to be successful, or very successful. But Eddie, he's a disabled vet, and he's good people. So I'll do anything I can to help support him and his channel. But he does a tech talk the first weekend of every month. You can look up a lot of the stuff. If you have a question, you can go look at his lives and his past lives, and he will have, and as well as Ralph's over Webb's Web. Ralph is technically minded. Both of them have their strengths. With Ralph's really the tech guru, but he and Eddie has an interest in the subject, so he's learned a lot of stuff, and he's more likely and easier to get a hold of and reach out to, I guess.
Yeah, that's good looking out for other people on YouTube. A lot of people don't do that. They usually just either talk about their problems or bring their problems to the other person's channel. So we appreciate you stopping by and sharing your hobby and what your experience on YouTube is. That's really cool.
Well, it's my pleasure. I mean, I do like jumping on I typically I don't do that while I'm at work, but it's a slow night. And,
Oh, I love that you're at work. We're like talking to a live cop.
well, um,
We get a lot of cop watchers around here, like people that don't like cops or have had bad experience with the cops. So we really don't get a lot of cops around here at all, and so it's exciting to have a cop.
no, I believe it. The left coast tends to be a little anti-police. So
Yeah. Hey, do you know Joe Cool, Mr. Joe Cool
I do not.
from Chicago? He's one of the biggest cop watchers on YouTube. He hangs out here a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm afraid I don't know. I do know a few. I know a few auditors, but I'm usually cool with them. I mean, if there's somebody I don't care for, I'm not going to watch their stuff anyhow. But there's a few.
Yeah, right. I don't understand that. I'm the same way, but a lot of people go out of their way to watch the stuff of people that they can't stand.
That's true. Well, some people, and I think it's true of trolls. Trolls tend to be unhappy people that want other people to be unhappy as well. And that's not my thing. I'd rather be happy. I think we make a conscious decision whether to be happy or not. And I think if you focus on the negative, you're always going to be upset. But
That's what I try to tell people on here, that you have a choice in your state of mind and your life.
but I honestly don't remember what I was going to say. I had something. But
You did
Well,
great,
we
dude.
we learned a
That was
lot about
perfect.
YouTube, and that was super helpful
Yeah, that was
Well,
perfect, dude.
glad I could
because
help.
that's what we were talking about was like how to grow channels, and you show up and with a whole community already built in, and how to detailed advice on how to grow channels.
Well, I mean, y'all are welcome to come over anytime you get wild hair. Um, join us on panel if you like. We, I mean, I pretty much always have a open panel. For the last 3 months, I guess I've been working between 88 and 96 hours a week. And so,
What?
well, we're very short staffed, but
You
we
don't have
did
that
bring,
much crime?
do I know?
You don't have that much crime?
It's not really a question of crime when you're dealing with a mental institution. It's a question of
Oh.
enough personnel to make sure that staff and patients are
Oh,
both.
so you work in the middle system, not the cop system.
Well, I'm a certified officer that went through the police academy. I could go work at any police department out here in the state. They would recognize my certification. But I do work at a mental institution. And so, most of what I do is really more dealing with patients and stuff around campus. We are, it's a small community. You might as well say it's a small community. I mean, we deal with transportation. We are the transporters at times. We deal with animal control. We deal with, if there's a smoke or a fire alarm going off somewhere, we have to go deal with that. If there's, uh, if there's an irate patient, we have to go deal with that as well. It's not your typical law enforcing out here. But I mean, you do occasionally write a ticket. Occasionally somebody will get arrested, but that's not really what we do on a daily basis. I hope that explains it a little better. Like I said, I don't really talk much about work. But I don't
used to
mind.
work in a mental institution myself, so I have some idea.
Yeah, there you go. But it's a good place to work.
Yeah, I loved
I've
it. It was one of my favorite jobs.
been here a little bit over 11 years. I'm 60 years old, and I'll be retiring in somewhere between 4 and 7 years from now, something like that.
So, 61 in a couple days, or 60 in a couple days?
61 in 2 days, and I was 50 years old when I went through the police academy.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
No
Dude,
problem.
That'd be fun to see your adventure until retirement. That'd be really cool to watch that experience. I've
Well,
had the pleasure of working with at least 5 people who are retired, and my division president is retiring this year. We're absorbing his position into the company, so it's always good to see that's still a possibility in America, because they say that's one of the American dreams is to be able to retire one day, and and it's very rare.
that's
To
true.
retire?
Well, that's a whole nother subject, and to be honest with you, I've thought about as many channels as I have. I don't have one that's talking about preparing for retirement or about retirement, but I've thought about it because it's something that's on my mind a lot these days. Yeah, I mean, I do work a lot of hours, and I've been burnt out enough times on YouTube to where I've had to take a break from it. But right now, I'm at this point where I'm at. Mostly what I do is I've kind of gotten reinvigorated on doing shorts. I mean, they're just so easy to shoot. Requires little of any editing, and you shoot a video of what's on your dinner plate, and you upload it. That's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's a great niche
They're just
of YouTube. It's an awesome niche of YouTube, and it's an easy way to grow a channel.
It is. Well, yes and no. I guess it depends. It is a easy way to grow subs. Typically, most of your shorts don't make a whole lot of money, though. from what I understand, the most of the money for, I guess, small channels, like I said, is in fan funding, memberships, and that type of thing.
Right.
But you do get a few dollars from shorts, and probably more money if you have a successful longer format video.
I also
Um,
know. I also noticed that YouTube Short subscribers didn't transition to live viewers or format viewers. It was just a number, like I said, just to grow subscribers, but it didn't mean your channel was personally growing in a way that in like a way that was deep. It was just a
that is perfectly exactly right, and that is something that we have discussed many times. In fact, we hardly ever discuss it anymore, just because the fact that I mean, it stands out to so many people that do YouTube, especially if they've done it for any period of time. In fact, some people refuse to do shorts because the fact that, it doesn't translate to your longer format. But, you know, you could literally, if you had 10 viewers, 10 loyal friends that would sit there and watch your live stream for hours on end, you know, you could get monetized by having 10 people that watch your longer format and just do a bunch of shorts to get yourself up to the 500 or the 1,000, because fan funding only requires 500 subscribers. Um, to meet the second level of it, you do have to have 1,000. Either way, you could do that through shorts, and then, just a few loyal folks that joined you on your live stream.
Is there
So,
any tips for Jeff to gain unique viewers? Because you are a unique viewer. You're coming from the homepage. How do you think Jeff did that today?
Yeah, that hardly ever happens.
well, I'll be honest with you. I think that's more about me than it is Jeff, and it's nothing personal.
Algorithm. Because there were people here that knew you, so it must be your algorithm must be connected to some of the
I
people
think there's
here.
a lot of truth to that too. I have noticed, and now granted, it is anecdotal, but I have gone through before, and gone to it, found a new live stream that nobody I knew was going to. And I decided that I was going to return to this channel time and time again. After about the third week, I started seeing people that was coming to that live stream, that was coming to that channel that I knew. And I think,
Like they were finding it on their own.
yes, and
Interesting.
well, the algorithm does that. They see they see what I go to, and they look at the other people that have similar viewing habits, and they will then start recommending those channels to those individuals that have the same reading or viewing habits. So it can be done, but it's kind of slow growth. There are faster ways to do it. I'm not sure. It starts getting into, though, there are so many different aspects to it. You have to have an interesting, intriguing topic. It has to be presented in a certain way, especially if you're dealing with videos. Even then, there's different ways to do videos. And it depends on your purpose of your video. If you're looking for something that's, for example, an evergreen video, and y'all stop me whenever you get a wild hair because I ramble. But an evergreen video, especially if it's a topic I'm very familiar with, an evergreen video, for example, I have about 3 or 4 videos that seem to be watched a lot compared to my other videos. And I'll just give you an example. 3 of them are in gardening. I've got one that is how to keep deer out of your garden. That's a common subject that people look for, especially when it comes
Is it
springtime.
rubber snakes? What's the answer?
Cayenne pepper.
Yeah, I've grown peppers. I don't think I've ever grown a cayenne pepper. I've grown. I have grown ghost peppers. I've grown bell peppers. I've grown uh, Carolina Reapers. I've I've grown some some extremely hot and uh,
No,
some
so
very hot.
no, we were curious. Like, what is the trick to keep deer out of your garden? Is it to throw like rubber snakes? I thought
No,
maybe you put cayenne pepper on the ground.
well, that may work for a little bit. Um, the actual trick to keeping deer out of your garden is going to be something you do on a daily basis. Um, when I was working in the garden, I was putting hours in every day, and so every day I got sweaty. Every day I would take my T-shirt off and throw it over uh, a panel that I had it there in the garden, and that would provide fresh fresh sweaty garment there, and deer avoid humans. So when they see that, and of course I would think that your sweat would vary a little bit different from day to day based on what you eat and other things. But keeping it fresh and keeping it out there in the garden, that tends to work. After when I started throwing my sweaty T-shirt on the panel, it was a hog panel or cattle panel, something like that. I was had some plants that were going up the panel. Anyhow, when you do that and you take where I was gardening was about 5 miles from my house. So I would throw on the dirty shirt that I put out there yesterday, and I'd leave the fresh shirt out there on the panel, and that would keep deer out of the garden. Um, there are a few other ways of doing it. You could create a fence that's more than 8 feet tall, and then put objects in it that make the deer question whether or not they're going to be able to land correctly. Um, that from what I can tell, works. Um, the You can put out things like the cayenne pepper, and that'll work for a little while. But as the deer become accustomed to it, then they're going to lose any fear of it, and so they'll they will come out, and at some point they'll stomp on your watermelons and eat your food.
How rude.
Yes, I think so too. But the main thing is you just want to direct them somewhere else. And a sweaty T-shirt hanging out there will do it if it's replaced regularly. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, it's simple. It's free. You don't cost nothing. It can be easily done. It doesn't take any tools. Yeah, sold.
But
Sold.
I guess my whole point, and I'm sorry, I'm droning again, droning on. But my point is that you can do videos designed for specific things. It's searchability in that event. You can do things like live streams. Typically, nobody watches a live stream after it.
Yeah.
For very few people do. Um, Even then your loyal viewers or friends may check it out or let it run. But you can different titles, different thumbnails, do different things, and so it becomes a question of what are you trying to accomplish, with your video? What are you trying to accomplish with your live streams? What are you trying to accomplish with your shorts? So every aspect tends to have a different answer to it.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up for tonight. And Belt Loop, you've been a treasure.
Well, thank you.
So thank you.
All right, just curious, and I'm just asking because I don't know. This is my first time here. I've never been on your panel. Do y'all typically have an after party or no?
What's an after party? Oh, is that when you end the stream and hang out in the back?
Yeah, typically that's we have an after party after every show. The functional
Oh,
thing.
I should start doing that. I didn't even think about it. Maybe I can make that a members only thing. But I've been on other panels that do it, and it's fun, but I never think to do it here because usually we have everything on the panel, and by the time it's over, everybody's ready to just go.
Oh, I get that. That's cool. All right.
That is an excellent idea.
Well, we usually have it, but it's just because we enjoy one another's company and we tend to like to hang out until.
Yeah.
And some people have questions or whatever, and
It's
not
when there's not an audience, when it's just people like a couple of people hanging out in the back without an audience.
right. And there's questions you can ask that you may not want to ask on, when you actually live stream.
Yeah.
So I didn't,
Oh.
I was just trying to figure out whether I should leave now, or hang out for a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna eat and unwind and all that. I've been going 3.5 hours.
Well, hey, I get it.
So I'll eat later tonight or tomorrow morning.
By the way, Friday, if you want another long, you don't have to be there the whole time, but there's another one called Peaceful Des that will be live on Friday about what time? I think she goes live around 7:00 Central. There'll be a lot of people hanging out there. That's more of just entertainment purposes, anyhow. But there's a lot of people that you can get that I'm sure some would be more than happy to come over and hang out. Just
yeah. Another thing I do is I redirect a lot. So I'll send my audience to another channel when I end this one, and that's another reason I think we don't do a lot of backstage stuff because they always end up going to some other channel.
Yeah, I get that. We do, redirects as well. Usually it's just me going in and setting up, Eddie's channel to redirect to mine, and then sometimes we'll redirect to somebody else as well.
Let's see who's out. Nobody really to redirect to.
Well, Jeff, I thought this was a very successful stream. You showed you showed us some grace, great communication skills, and damn, bro, some good vibes and some great inspiration. I mean, you got some new friends here. Looks like you're invited, more than welcome, to come back, Belt Loop. And there's new friends in the chat that looks like might join your show in the future. Congratulations, Jeff.
Well,
thank you,
brother. Peace.
And Philip, thank you for the energy you brought. I think it was very helpful today. So
you're welcome, brother. Belt Loop, take it easy, brother. Thank you for your service.
Y'all come on down if you get a wild hair. All right.
We might. And it was great to meet you. I hope we see you again.
It was a pleasure to meet you as well, Jeff. I hope to see you again. I've subscribed to you, so you should be showing up in my feed. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the best way to find me because I'm usually out 2 or 3 times a day.
Okay. Hey, that's awesome. All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, take care, Belt Loop. That was so cool. I love it. Okay, well, that's it, folks. That was a full stream today. We did everything, went everywhere. Feels like. So let me let you go. Enjoy finding another panel. I may be out later. Probably if I do, it'll be at a 2 a.m. stream, or it'll be like a morning stream. So I'll see you then. Take care, everybody. It was fun.